Felina Mai Kako, welcome to Keep It Aloha, a podcast that keeps it aloha by being a stand-up guy. I'm your host Kamaka, and I like to think of myself as a pretty stand-up guy. But when it comes to podcasting, I am just a sit-down guy. Our guest today knows all about the stand-up life though, and today we're making him sit down and talk stories with us. But before we introduce him, I gotta remind you to check out our website at keepitaloha.com to get some KIA merch just like the one I'm wearing right now. And check out our Patreon at patreon.com/kamakadias to get exclusive behind-the-scenes access to this podcast. We're an independent podcast, and all funds go to helping us run this podcast and bring you the best quality content every week. If supporting this podcast with money is not for you, but you still love listening to us, please consider leaving a review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. I read every single one, and to prove it, I want to share our most recent review from Eloise CH. This person says, "Thank you for your podcast. I'm a big fan. I anxiously await each new edition on Thursdays. I especially like the length of the podcast. It allows for us listeners to get an in-depth insight into your guests beyond their presenting fame or notoriety. I especially like yesterday's interview with Justin Kavika Young. I even checked out his film, My Hero the Hitman. Excellent. Mahalo. P.S. I too was in the Peace Corps, and like you, it changed my life forever." Well, mahalo, Eloise, for the kind review, and that's awesome about the Peace Corps. Shout out to us, our PCBs. Today, we have an episode that I've been wanting to do for a very long time, and our schedules finally align. We got Tumua in the house, the king of comedy right now in Hawaii. He is selling out arenas and clubs left to right, and the coolest thing is, he's still so humble. His gold chain has never grown, same as his head. So it's so cool that we get to talk stories with him, learn about his life, his come up, and see what makes Tumua Tumua. And I'm excited to check out his show this Saturday. Make sure you guys go check out his website and get some tickets right now. All right, let's introduce our guest. Support for this podcast comes from Texaco in Hawaii, which features 58 convenient locations across the state. Fueling up at Texaco is fast and easy when you use the Texaco mobile app to pay at the pump. The Texaco mobile app is a contactless way to pay for fuel so you can get in and out of the gas station quickly. Fuel your car and fuel yourself. Pick up your favorite local snacks and ice cold drinks at your neighborhood Texaco today. Texaco at Techron, driving performance. Our guest today is a stand-up comedian from the island of Oahu. This father, former collegiate athlete, and social media personality is also a podcaster who hosts his own show called The Stand-Up Life. His hilarious sketches and stand-up bits are well known all over the Polynesian community and throughout the world, with over 600,000 plus followers throughout social media. As a stand-up comic, he has been selling out clubs, theaters, and even arenas all across the nation. And in December of 2021, he sold out the Blaisdell concert hall 3 times within hours and did it again the next year, selling out the Blaisdell Arena. He is currently on his 2024 national tour called the Warrior Tour and is back in Hawaii to sell out the Blaisdell Arena one more time. I am so stoked to talk stories with this funny guy today. His name is Tumua Tuinei. Aloha, Tumua. Welcome to the podcast. How you doing?
Oh, good. Thank you. Thank you, Kamaka. I'm not used to that first word you said, father. I was like, oh, yeah, I guess I am a father.
Is this the first podcast you've done since being a father? On somebody else's?
No, I did one before with Daniel that we were talking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The Shaka Tank.
The Shaka Tank. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But they never said father though. So you're the first guy that said father on the podcast.
Gotta get all the titles.
Kind of caught me off guard. I was like, oh yeah, I am a dad.
Yeah, he's a baby dad. And fiance. I could have added fiance in there too.
Yeah. Are you do you have kids? No.
No.
Yeah,
I don't. If anything, it would be a lot later. Like I'll be an older father.
Yeah.
Because I'm 31.
31.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm at the point where you kind of got to decide.
Yeah.
I've decided that I'm just like I'm good for now.
Yeah, I'm 28, but it was my goal to have kids before 30.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
I wouldn't say goal, but I just would
One
like
of the
that
things,
just
yeah.
because I don't want to be like a older
Old
dad
dad, yeah.
later on.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna be the kind I just throw a football and be like,
Yeah.
Okay, give me 5 minutes. I'll get the next show in after.
All the kids' friends think, why did your grandpa pick you up from school?
That's gonna be no, but you get that Asian, so don't raise it.
That's right. Yeah.
I'm gonna be 50, but looking like 30.
Nah, you look like you mid-20s.
Yeah, I like to
I
think
look
I'm
old.
19.
People think I'm 35.
It's the beard, that's why.
The beard, yeah. The beard.
That's funny. But how is the father life?
It's good.
Yeah.
We had a baby girl.
Congrats.
Her name is Dovey Pearl. Thank you. I wanted a boy. I had them all planned out. Was a name Tumua.
That's its own skit waiting to be written.
If it was a girl, Tumua Lani. Nah, but she just turned 4 months this past weekend. So she only slept 4 minutes so far.
Same amount as you.
Nah, but it's great. I'm still learning to become a dad. It's new material. I talk about it a lot in my new hour that I have right now on my transition on becoming a dad, and it's the greatest thing. You appreciate life more, and I want to have more kids too. So
cool, yeah. Gotta start that poly family, yeah.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, maybe I don't know if having a whole football team is a lot, but you could at least have your own basketball team.
Basketball team, yeah, 5.
Yeah,
11's a little too much.
Yeah, but mahalo for coming on the podcast. I feel super honored. Been wanting to do this for a long time. You're a busy guy, but I appreciate you coming here because you were just in Texas the other day.
Last night,
you literally last night, and now you're here back in Hawaii. You could have gone to a Cowboys game. You got some history with the Cowboys.
Yeah.
So I appreciate
I had tickets to the game. I said no, I gotta go and keep it a little podcast.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
This is worth more.
I mean, it was good. I mean, because it was.
Yeah, they lost. Yeah. It was close comeback.
It was a good. At the end, they really pushed towards that comeback.
Yeah.
They showed that the guy in the stand. I don't know if you watched the game, but.
I was watching a little bit on the plane.
Yeah, so they showed a guy with the because they were down like 22 points or something.
Yeah,
in the fourth,
and they came back.
And then they came back, but they showed a guy with the Atlanta Falcons and Patriots score when it was like 28-3 with the 2 minutes left in the third.
Yeah.
So they showed that on the TV, and after they showed that, the Cowboys started to come back.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I know. I just realized I got this purple can for the Ravens. Sorry.
Oh, are you a Ravens fan?
No.
Oh,
that's why.
Who's your team?
I'm a Saints fan.
Saints.
Yeah.
Oh, they're good this year.
Finally, ever since Drew Brees retired, man, it's been rough.
Smashed Dallas though.
Yeah, I know. Sorry about that.
I'm a big Tyrann Mathieu fan.
Oh, okay, yeah. The Honey Badger.
That's all I watch when the Saints are playing.
Okay, yeah, because you played defense, yeah.
Yeah, so I played. Football was a big thing in my life because I come from a big football family.
Yeah.
My dad and my uncle were these big time football stars. My dad is Tumua Tuinei, and my uncle is Mark Tuinei. A lot of people know my uncle for playing for the Dallas Cowboys. That's how
he won the Super Bowl, yeah?
Yeah, he won 3 Super Bowls, 2 Pro Bowls, played about 15 years. This was back in the 90s with when the Cowboys was good. Yeah. They had Emmitt Smith, Troy Aikman, Michael Irvin. But yeah, so football runs deep. My dad played for the Detroit Lions and then ended up playing for the Edmonton Eskimos in Canada. But yeah, so my whole life I was kind of, I wanted to follow in their footsteps, but their feet were bigger than mine. They're like
literally,
6'5".
physically.
Literally bigger. Couldn't fit their shoes. So I had to wear slippers instead and be a comedian.
Awesome. Well, let's get into your whole life story. I like to start all at the beginning. Where are you from? Where you grad? And what was it like growing up?
This is weird. I don't really know where I'm from because we moved around a lot growing up. So I'll explain. My dad's side of the family is from Waianae. Waianae side. Tons of family there. My mom's side of the family is from Kaneohe side, east side. A lot of family there. I would say we lived both areas. And then most of my childhood we lived in Eva Beach. So I think I would claim Eva Beach, but it really depends who's asking.
Yeah.
If one big Sole guy asking, hey bro, where you from? Oh, Waianae. Why? But if you like impress someone, I'm from Kailua. Like swim in my pool. But I would say Eva Beach. Most of my friends from there, my childhood friends. But now I live in Waianae. So recently got a house in Waianae.
Congrats.
Thank you. Yeah. So one bedroom studio on the beach, camping tent.
Nice. What? 1.2 mil.
1.2 mil.
Oh, congrats. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice camping tent. Ocean view though. Ocean view.
Utility not included though.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah, but that's the only affordable places now is on
I just saw a post and I talked about it on one of the other podcasts.
Yeah.
It's like the median income, I think, for like certain places, like Hawaii Kai was the highest, 1.7 million. Honolulu was like 1.2.
Yeah.
Waianae, I think, was like 900,000 or something.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Eva
It's
Beach
getting
was
up
like
there.
Was it Waianae? Eva Beach was the cheapest at like 600,000.
Yeah.
Something like that.
It's getting up there. But a lot of people are moving that west side too now. So
yeah.
It's Hawaii, you know. You're living in paradise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a sacrifice.
Yeah.
You know?
But we do have a lot of family there. Like my parents are like 5 minutes away, and Rachel's parents is like 5 minutes away too.
Yeah,
so
it works out.
So it works out good,
Yeah.
especially with the baby too. So
yeah. So you went to Punahou, right?
Yeah, sorry, Punahou.
Yeah. So you got Punahou
High School.
Were you there?
2014.
Were you a lifer, or were you just high school, or?
Just from high school.
Just from high school. Yeah. Where were you before that?
So Eva Beach Elementary.
Okay.
Well, actually, Ben Parker Elementary in Kaneohe.
Okay.
And then when we moved to Eva Beach Elementary, and then Ilima Intermediate, and then I applied for Punahou.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
I applied for Campbell too, but I never get in.
Campbell, yeah, it's tough.
Wasn't dark enough.
Yeah. They saw your last name and then you came in. They were like,
yeah.
Is the right guy?
That's how I thought I got in from Punahou too. They seen my name because my whole name is Tumua Tuinei.
They're like, yeah.
So they're like, this is one 6'7" Sully. We got to recruit.
They're like, hey, sure this guy wasn't trying for a kahuku or?
yeah, for real.
Like, we got him.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
But yeah, Punahou, class of 2014, 11-0 state champs.
Yeah.
That's the year we took it all. I don't know why your guy was saying I was from Mililani. We actually beat Mililani. That's why.
Maybe that's what it was.
Maybe that's what it was.
He was hoping you was playing for them. But how was it over there? How was the going from public school to private school?
It was a tough transition, you know. So what school did you go to?
So I went Hawaiian Immersion on the Big Island.
Okay.
But my senior year of high school, I moved to Oahu and I played for Kaiser. So I'm a Kaiser grad, but I only went there 1 year.
Oh, you played football?
I played football and soccer. Okay. Yeah, I was D-line, linebacker.
D-line linebacker.
Yeah. Of course.
Oh yeah.
And then kicker on the side and
Kaiser's the public Punahou.
Exactly.
Right? It's the same colors, just a little bit faded.
Well, I remember your post, you know, like I went to Kaiser. Of course I didn't get into Punahou.
Yeah, that's all the Hawaii Kai kids.
Yeah.
It
is like the richest public school.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
No, because I moved there. My grandma had got a house in the 70s over there. So it was like a regular house, you know. So I tell people, like, oh yeah, you know the rich, nice houses on the mountains. Like, yeah, we live under that.
Bottom, yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't even know when I came here that like Hawaii Kai was like the nice, like the rich part of the island, because like our house was normal.
Yeah.
And I would come in the summers to visit. So when I moved there, I didn't realize like where I was living until I was in college, and you introduce yourself like, hey, what's up? I'm Kyoki from Waianae. I'm you know, Sarah from, you know, Honolulu. I'm Kamaka. I live in Hawaii Kai. They're like, Hawaii Kai? Oh, but I'm from Hilo. It's like, depends who you're talking to now. So I'm just like,
exactly what I said.
Yeah. Oh, I live but I'm from Hilo.
Yeah, from Hilo.
Yeah. So that's how it was. Wait, so did you have to commute?
For Punahou?
Yeah.
Oh, so when I got into Punahou, so we were living in Eva Beach.
Mm-hmm.
So my freshman year at Punahou, we would drive from Eva Beach to town. Yeah, so we would leave like at 4:30 in the morning.
Oh, that's brutal.
My dad would drop me off before he heads to work. And I remember like it'd be pitch black, be the only kid there.
Dang.
But had some other guys do big commutes too, some football players. And then so 10th grade, we decided to move near Punahou. So we were in an apartment in Manoa.
Oh, okay. Nice.
So I would walk to school. It was like literally like across the street. Yeah,
that's so awesome.
I would walk to school, and then when I went to University of Hawaii, UH, and we kind of just stayed there a little bit, and then my sophomore year in college, then my parents moved back to Waianae.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, we probably overlapped at UH because I was there from 2011 to 2016.
Oh yeah, I was there from 2014 to 2018.
Yeah. Okay, cool. But I guess when you were there, I
think I seen you at Campus Center a cutting in line.
Subway or Jamba Juice? Which one?
Jamba Juice.
That was me. Hey, that Dream Machine, the orange Dream Machine. I gotta get it. That's funny. But yeah, UH was fun. I wish. I mean, this is no shade on the. I wish I was at UH during the time when we were like. We had Colt Brandon, like
that's the golden years
of UH, because we didn't really have much pride for the athletic team or like the football team. You'd go to tailgate, people just go there to party, not even go to the game sometimes. But I always think that like it would have been so awesome if we were
back in like 07, 07. Because I remember when I was a kid, I loved UH.
Yeah,
loved Colt Brandon.
Jason Rivers,
Nate Ilawa.
Yeah.
All those
Devon
guys.
Best.
Devon Best.
Yeah.
They had a stacked team.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember watching the games every week, and almost every game would be sold out at Aloha Stadium.
Yeah.
And I heard they treated Colt Brennan like a god on campus.
Yeah.
He had to get shuttled to lunch
That's crazy.
Because the students would stop him to take pictures and autographs and stuff.
Totally. Yeah. So you had what? Cole McDonald, was that the?
Cole McDonald, yeah.
Was that John Ursua's year too?
John Ursua was there.
Yeah. So you guys were pretty good.
Yeah, we had our every year we had like a different head coach.
Yeah.
When I first got recruited was with Norm Chow, and then after my freshman year he got let go, and then that's right. Then Rolovich came in.
Yeah.
Okay. But there was an in between where they had an interim head coach, where they had someone from the staff.
Yeah.
Just kind of do that. But then every year we would have a new defense because our defensive coordinator kept getting fired. So that's why I think the problem was because. We didn't have like a home base defense. We had to study a new playbook every time.
So it's tough. Yeah. Okay. And then were you put into football at an early age? Because, you're...
Oh, yeah. From when I was young.
Warner, like everything.
6 or 7 years old. Started off with flag and then just played like every year.
Oh, was on the defense side?
Offense too, when I was younger. And then...
QB, 6th grade QB, Tumua.
No, I was running back.
Nice.
Running back and defense, but I love defense more.
Yeah.
And I think it's easier to get recruited for defense too. So stuck with that. Punahou, I just played defense.
Yeah. And you were good, right? You were like all state.
Yeah. Had some ups and downs. But I started my last 3 years, so sophomore, junior, senior. And then I had offers to go like smaller schools. D1 AAs, NAIA, but no D1. The only D1 I had looks was like preferred walk-ons.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you know what that is.
I mean, no, I know what a walk-on is. So is it just your preferred, like,
this is a high
gold instead of this?
Yeah, just a higher like a higher way to say it, I guess. A nicer way. I think preferred walk-on versus a walk-on. Like walk-on, you truly just trying out and you don't know if you're gonna make it. Preferred walk-on, they're saying, okay, we have a spot for you, but you gotta pay your way.
Oh, okay, so I get it. So preferred walk-on is like a preferred seat on Hawaiian Airlines. Walk-on is like Southwest, you just choose your seat.
Or standby.
Yeah, or standby.
And you just gotta hope if your sponsor is up on the list.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Okay.
That's pretty much it. So I had a preferred walk on for UH. And that was my goal was to play at UH because that's where my dad played, and I always wanted to play in front of my family back at home. So I did that, walked on, did okay, ended up earning a scholarship with Rolovich my junior year. Mostly played special teams. I was like fifth string. They moved me to safety. Fifth string. The only time I got in the game is when we were winning by 45 points. But that never happened for 45 years. So I never play. No, but I did travel. I was on the traveling team. If you don't know what traveling team means is like, let's say the whole team is like about roughly 105 players. They take like 68 players on the road to travel. So they took me because I started like on kickoff, kick return, and a punt a few times. So
like one of the gunners.
Yeah. So it was good to just run down the field, hit somebody, and just get like 4 plays every game. But it was fun. I enjoyed it. Football is a game of life. It teaches you a lot of life lessons. Teaches you integrity and not to give up. So. Yeah, that would always stick with me is football.
Awesome. Yeah, I feel like I've learned so much from sports in general.
Oh yeah,
more than like the classrooms, more than anything that I've learned on paper.
Yeah, 100%.
Were you into anything else besides football, or was it just football in school?
football in school and acting. I loved to
so
act.
you were. So
Yeah.
that's where the background comes from.
Yeah. So that was what I wanted to be. I wanted to be an actor. First, I wanted to be an NFL player, but I realized I wasn't growing, and I realized this door is gonna be closed, and I gotta find a new passion. So I took theater in college as well. So that's where I got into stand up comedy. There was in the theater department. There was a stand up comedy class. I seen it. I was like, oh, let's just take it. Let's just get an easy A. I wasn't big into comedy. I mean, I enjoyed comedy. I enjoyed the local legends, Andy Bumatai, Augie T, the Bradas, Frank DeLima, all those guys.
Yeah, James said that he could have went to Division 7.
Division 7 football. James Roche.
Yeah. Their episode was right before yours.
Yeah.
So funny, that guy.
They're hilarious.
Yeah.
So I took that stand-up comedy class, and I thought it was just you learn about comedy. Maybe you learn like certain joke formulas or how to have better stage presence and stuff like that. But part of the requirements was you actually had to perform at open mics throughout the semester. There was like 3 or 4 open required mics that you had to hit, like these random Irish pub bars or pizza corners.
Oh, so they're really throwing you out there, huh?
Yeah, and you have to get a signature from the manager of that location.
It's like a scavenger hunt.
Yeah. And they had a list of like all these locations. Okay, Fridays King's Pizza has open mic. Wednesdays Anna O'Brien's has open mic. So we would do those. And I didn't know that coming into the class, but when I seen that, I was kind of hesitant. Like, okay, maybe I should drop out right now because I'm kind of a shy guy. People know me off stage, but I just took it. I couldn't drop out because there was only 4 people in the class, and if one of us left, the class would get canceled. So everyone was like, "Oh, come on!"
This is a little bit pressure.
Yeah. And one of my oh, sorry,
no worries. If it's a really famous person, you can answer it.
It's my mom.
Okay,
she can wait.
Sorry, mom.
Sorry, mom. Yeah, but yeah. So one of the other classmate was my good friend Hunter Hughes. He was a football player as well. So me and him was like, let's just take the class, just have some fun. I asked the other players, and they're all interested, and then they're like, nah, I don't want to do it.
Done.
So just me and him did it, and he's like, no, come on, let's just try it out. So we stayed with it. Turned out to be greatest decision, greatest class I ever took. If I didn't take that class, I don't think I would have pursued in stand-up comedy, because that actually pushed me to do open mics. And when I did them, I really enjoyed it. It made me want to get better. And then our final presentation, we had to do a live 10-minute set in front of a live audience. And it was like scheduled. It was at I think it was at Anna O'Brien. Yeah, it was at Anna O'Brien's a Wednesday night, which is right on by University over here, the Irish pub bar. It was advertised to the school. It sold out. The whole football team came.
Oh,
yeah.
No
So
way.
they seen Tumua and Hunter's performing stand-up comedy, and they're like, oh, we got to see this. So they came. I did my 10 minutes. I still have video footage of that. That's like my first actual show, and I crushed it. Everyone was going crazy.
So cool.
The promoter of the show, Jose Dynamite, not sure if you know who that is.
Jose.
Yeah, the guy from the founder of Comedy U that runs that. He seen me, and he was like, oh yeah, we gotta have you come back. Blah blah blah. Can you come Friday? I think he booked me for a next show Friday to open for Paul Ogata and Andy Bumatai. And I was like, yeah, okay, yes. And I haven't stopped. I just kept coming back ever since. And it's been 7 years of doing stand-up comedy. But if it wasn't for that class, I wouldn't have.
Yeah.
Maybe I would have, but I mean, that actually pushed me to do that.
Totally. Yeah, because were you doing skits at the same time?
No, didn't do any skits at all. Nothing on social media, just regular stuff about football in my life. I only started doing skits during the pandemic. People think it's the opposite. I did skits first and then stand-up.
But you've been doing comedy.
Yeah, I've been stand-up first. And then I wasn't a fan of the skits. I was like, this ain't comedy. This is, I'm a real comedian, But I that quickly, I changed my perspective on that, because in this day and age, you got to do something on social media. Whether it's a lot of people post stand-up clips now, which is fine. Skits as well, which helps push it. But during the pandemic, I would say 2020, 2021, everything was shut down. They didn't have Anna O'Brien's. They weren't doing any shows, so I was just at home doing nothing, and I was like, oh, maybe I just make some funny joke about the pandemic. My first video was toilet paper drug dealer, where I was dealing toilet paper,
I
and
feel like I saw that one.
yeah, and the first day I put it up, it went on the news.
Oh,
And
no,
yeah, it was on all
that's
the news
probably why I saw
stations,
it.
and it was me and my dad that was doing it. My dad was the buyer, and I was the dealer. But I was like, okay, this is what the local people want, and so I made it a goal for me to post a video a week, a skit a week. So I would have just keep pumping them out, and then my followers grew. I remember I just wanted to hit 10K. I just wanted to see the K.
The K, yeah.
Yeah. And then got that fast, and I was like, oh wow, this is growing. And then 20K, and then 30K, and then just kept growing. And when I finally had the green light to do shows again, when they started opening up the capacity, so Blue Note opened up. I did a few shows at Blue Note before, just like feature shows, or I would open up for mainland headliners that would come down here. But they gave me the green light to headline my own show. I think we booked just one show on a Friday. We put it up on sale, and it sold out like immediately. And I was like, oh, what? So what do we do now?
Media.
Yeah, what do we do now? And they're like, oh, you just add another show. So add another show. That sold out too. And I think we ended up selling out 18 shows 3 weekends in a row.
That's crazy.
At Blue Note. And that was insane for me right there.
So at that moment where you're like, wow, like I think people like me.
Yeah.
I think this can be a real thing.
Yeah. And a lot of it is people that didn't even see me perform, because I've been doing comedy maybe 3 years before that. And I even headlined before that too. I had this every second Fridays of the month I would perform at Ko'olau Golf Course, which is shut down now, at Honey's restaurant. My auntie was the manager at the restaurant, so she would let me perform there. So every second Fridays I would do shows there on the east side of the island, and a lot of my family is from that side, so they would all come out, and some shows would sell out here and there, and I would get a decent crowd every time. So I was doing that for like 2 years maybe, and then and then the whole pandemic thing shut down, and that's when I kind of like grew more, I feel like. So the pandemic helped me out a lot, and then when the shows came out, boom, just did that.
So you have a good pandemic story, which is cool.
Oh yeah.
Because I know a lot of people didn't like it, but it actually helped you, and
it helped me a lot because everybody was at home. They were on their phones.
You maximized the time.
Yeah.
That's cool. It's also really awesome to hear your backstory, because I'm one of the people that thought it was opposite, right?
Yeah.
Skits and then stand-up comedy. Yeah. And I know when people talk about you, like I've seen like clips of you on the radio, like promoting certain stuff, and they're like, yeah, you came up so fast, you're meteoric rise. But no, you've been at this for years. I mean, at least 10 years, since you were at UH.
Seven years.
Yeah. So yeah, it's really cool to hear the inception of it and all the work you had to put in before to be ready for this opportunity. Yeah, so that's really awesome. Yeah. Do you ever have to like take a step back and be like, this is my life now? Because you said you are a more shy guy, more introverted. You probably love your peace, love just being with your small circle, your family, friends, but you're this public figure now. You can't go out without getting recognized, I assume.
Yeah. I mean, it is cool. I mean, I don't really I'm thankful for it, blessed that I can do this for a living. But yeah, I would say when I started getting recognized in public, it was kind of weird. Like, like it was at a point where I don't know if I know him as a friend or as a fan. So I just treat everybody like a friend.
Yeah.
Like, hey, what's up, bro? Like, so I try to, you definitely gotta be more, I don't know, more out there,
Yeah,
you
totally.
can't,
that's so funny, because I get recognized from the podcast when I go out too. And the most confusing ones is like when they're just like, hey, Kamaka. And I'm like, hey. Like they said in a way where it's like, do I know them or do I not know them?
Yeah.
And then later on they're like, oh no, I just follow your show.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah.
So like PSA people, like if you're coming up to us, say like, hey, I love your show. Don't come up to like, hey, what's up, brother Tumua? Good seeing you.
Yeah.
It's confusing for us.
It is confusing. It happens all the time to me. Like, I don't even know, is that my friend from school or just a fan?
Especially if they don't like say anything. You just walk away and you're just like, do I know them? What's their name?
Right.
Yeah. That's so funny. And I'm sure it happens way more for you.
There was one guy where he came up to me, he goes, what's up, Tumua? I was like, hey, what's up? And he goes, well, you don't remember me? And I was like, no. He goes, bro, I came to your Blaisdell show.
I was in the nosebleed at the top.
Yeah. And I was like, oh yeah, that's right. I have no idea who he is.
That's funny. I think you do such a good job at creating community. So I think people really feel like they are a part of your journey. They are a part of your life. So especially with the layers you have the social media side, you have the shows, and then you have like your own personality, like social, just like who you are.
Yeah.
So I think, and they're all kind of connected. You know how some people have like, they put up a show for social media, they put up a show for this, and then it's like you're meeting 3 different people, but who you are shows throughout your sketches, throughout your shows. So it's like they know you.
Yeah.
So that's
they like being when people are organic.
Yeah, exactly. And authentic.
Authentic. Yeah.
Yeah. Super cool. So did you ever have pressure from your family to be a certain type of person, or be like a professional football player? Were they supportive of you getting into comedy instead of doing that?
They're very supportive. They knew I loved football from when I was young, and that was my goal to get a scholarship and then hopefully make it to the pros. So like my dad and my mom were very supportive about that. My dad used to train me a lot, and always he's always got my side. But yeah, when they heard I wanted to do comedy, they were a little shocked, a little bit, more like surprised, but they were supportive as well, because they're like, okay, yeah, let's see how he is. And then they saw that I was getting a lot of laughs and all that, and then they jumped on the bandwagon. But they're my biggest supporters, my biggest fans. They've been to a lot of shows. They even try to make it to some of the shows on the mainland, so they would travel up, mostly to like the easier, closer cities, like the West Coast cities. But yeah, they're always supportive. I talk about them a lot on stage. I have them in some of my skits as well.
Yeah, too. Your dad's always funny when he did it.
I gotta get them in more ones.
Yeah. How do you think of these things? Do they just come up through life?
Yeah, it's like scenarios, and we just roll the camera and just wing it.
So you don't have like a whole like shot list.
No,
script.
nothing.
You're just like all improv.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Nothing. But I have like a scenario, like, oh, this will be funny if I do this, do that. And then we just take the funniest parts and then cut it up and do that. Stand up is more writing.
Yeah, and you're really good with crowd work.
Yeah,
I think that's one of your strengths. You're so good with it. I haven't been to a show, but I see the clip. Yeah.
That's a skill that I feel like I've become better at in the past 2 years, 2 or 3 years. At first, when I first started doing comedy, I did zero crowd work. I was afraid. I was telling jokes. When I started to involve the crowd in, they liked that a lot, and I would just riff with them.
Yeah.
And a lot of comics do it these days. Andrew Schultz, you know who that is? I feel like he was one of the first guys who actually started posting about crowd work, and it's a smart tactic, because you can protect your material, and you can just post these crowd work bits that happen spontaneously. But I always see people who didn't come to my show. They say, "Oh, all he does is pick on the crowd," and I wouldn't want to come to a show like that. He just roasts them. But no, that I would say that's like 10% of the show is crowd work. There's still like a 9. I do about 75 minutes on stage, and I would say like maybe 15 minutes is crowd work. So yeah, if you don't know, you just come to a show, and that's not the whole show like that. And I rather save that material for the people who actually paid to come to the show and
I think it's
drive.
It's a good smart business.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give that away to those guys.
Plus, if you're doing the material, some of the material are same from show to show, right?
Yeah.
And then with the crowd work, that's always different.
Yeah,
so you can always share that. It's always new, fresh material.
Yeah.
So it's a genius business move.
yeah. So a lot of comics do that these days. A lot of these touring comics, they just post crowd work, and it works because it's funny, and it's I guess some of them go viral too. Like, what, did this guy really just say that? But it's gotten to a point where like a lot of my fans or people in the crowd, they like to lie, and they just make up stupid things just to be on camera,
And you can tell.
I could tell, and I just call them out on it.
Yeah.
But it's fun. I mean, Hawaii people is the greatest fans anyone can ask for, and I'm so grateful for them. and they're great crowd members as well. And it's hilarious some of the things that happens.
Mm-hmm. Do you ever feel like you have to censor yourself at some point? Especially because we're pretty much the same generation. So growing up, could get away with saying a lot of different things, and the comedians before us, they could get away with saying a lot of different things. Now you got to be sensitive to all the crybabies out there. So do you have to like kind of hold yourself back, or are you just generally like a pretty clean or
I'm a clean comic. So I've been from the beginning, and I think that's just my personality off stage. I generally don't curse off stage. When I first started doing comedy, Andy Bumatai told me that if you want to make it big in Hawaii, you got to stay clean because Hawaii is a big family state. And you could sell more tickets that way too. If you're just a dirty comic, you're only going to get people 21 and up at your shows. If you're a clean comic, you can have kids all the way to the tutus and the grandpas. You can instead of selling 2 tickets for the mom and dad, you could sell 4 with the kids and the grandparents. So the whole family can come out and have a good time. But I would say I'm the type of clean where they don't realize I'm clean till after the show. Like after the show, they watch it like, oh, yeah, that's right. He didn't curse or anything. He didn't.
And
swear.
I still laughed.
Yeah. But nothing wrong with dirty comics, But I generally enjoy comics who make me feel like that. Like Gabriel Iglesias, Brian Regan. I don't know if you know who that is. It's another older comic. Sebastian Maniscalco is one of my favorite comics as well. But he's clean as well. But you don't realize that till you leave the building. You're like, oh yeah, this guy didn't even talk about this.
Like you can talk about some inappropriate things, but you can do it in a clean way.
You can do it in a clean way, yeah. And for your question about being censored, I guess, on certain topics or things that you can get canceled for, I feel like in comedy there was a point in time where whatever you said, you could do it, whatever. And then there was a point where we're like, oh, did this guy really say this? Let's cancel him. But I feel like now people are stepping up even more and just saying whatever. And they're okay with it, especially comedians.
It kind of goes like this, right?
Yeah.
Because at one point it was like you say whatever you want, then it's like, okay, we gotta be careful. And now it's just Dave Chappelle. I was like, F that. I was
for real.
And then so you kind of started the wave again,
Because people they want to see that. They want to. So comedians are the only type of people who are truth tellers, and they can say whatever they want. We have a green light in anything, I feel like, because in the end it could be looked at, oh, he's just a comedian, he's just joking.
It's a joke.
It's a joke. But the funniest jokes are the ones that are true.
Exactly. That's why we love stereotypes. That is Hawaii comedy, the Portuguese jokes, the Filipino jokes.
You only get offended if you don't make fun of our race.
Exactly. It's like, hey, how come you never make fun of me? So do you have jokes for like every single ethnicity we have here in Hawaii? What ethnicity have you stayed away from? Because of course the Polys.
Yeah, I mean I hit them all.
Yeah.
When I go in the mainland, I hit them all too. But there's some that come up to me after like, oh, why you never make Puerto Rican jokes? I never thought of that.
Yeah.
But mostly the people that come to my show, I have them prepared.
Okay.
Portuguese, obviously Samoan, Hawaiian. Began a lot of Tongans too come out in the mainland. All the Asians, Japanese, Chinese, Filipino, of course. Micronesians, throw it out there.
Yeah.
Popolos.
Yeah. I have a friend who's half Micronesian, half white, and he doesn't look Micronesian at all, but he's half Micronesian. His dad met his mom in the Peace Corps in Micronesia. So he's one of my best friends. Shout out to Kevin. But you'd never guess he's Micronesian, but we tease him all the time.
What type of Micronesian is he? You don't know.
Chuquis?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Because I did a show in Guam, so I had all these like Micronesian jokes. But in Guam, everybody is Micronesian. But in Hawaii, like Micronesian is like usually at the butt of the jokes.
Yeah.
We tease them a lot. In Guam, it's not like that. So there's like they have a lot of Chamorro people, but that's considered Micronesian up there.
Okay.
So I have to change it to I'll use the same jokes, but I'll change it to Chuquis. So like how we have a lot of Micronesian jokes, they have a lot of Chuquis jokes.
Oh, okay.
Because they're like the bad people there in Guam.
Interesting. So you have to adjust wherever you go.
Oh
sometimes.
Yeah, always adjust.
Like sometimes Samoan's the butt of the joke, sometimes Hawaiian's the butt of the joke. Sometimes it's wherever you go. Okay.
But I love Guam. I'm gonna go back again next year.
Nice.
It feels just like Hawaii, but not.
Yeah.
But they like the same things we like.
Do you find it more difficult to perform for people outside of Hawaii, or is it the same because the audience members that go to your show, they are the Polynesian community?
Yeah,
It's not just like random
it's roughly the same.
people.
I mean, the goal is to build a fan base, you know. So I feel like I have a strong enough fan base for that. Wherever I go to, there's gonna be majority of people who know me, and then there will be like people who don't know me, and just like maybe friends of them that would come. But yeah, like I just adjust. I feel the crowd out. You know, if there's not that much Hawaii people or not that much Polynesians, then I just go with my family stuff or the more universal things. But if it's like a really local crowd in the mainland, I gotta give them the local.
Into the local.
Yeah, I got to. Yeah, like my last show in Dallas felt like it was all Hawaii there. So I was like, okay, these guys, they like the Portuguese jokes, they like that, and they miss it. They miss home. You know, I like to give
them a taste of home.
Yeah, and a lot of them they really appreciate that.
Yeah, you know what my favorite thing about you is, from all the success that you've had over the last couple of years, your chain still not super big, just so you humble.
That's right.
Yeah, his chain never grew.
Never grew.
It never grew.
Never grew.
Same size.
Still got him from swap meet.
Yeah.
Neck is a little bit green. That's okay.
I was just looking at it. No, but yeah, how has these last 4 years been for you? Like, are you just kind of rolling with it, or do you ever think you get overwhelmed?
No, just rolling with it. I mean, it is the scheduling is getting pretty hectic. You know, before my very first mainland tour, it was only maybe like 3 months. Now it's like I feel like almost the whole year I'm always going. Maybe I'll take like a 2 to 3 month break, but just constantly doing shows. Like I have Blaisdell coming up, then after Blaisdell I leave to Vancouver, then Denver, then Vegas. But I enjoy it. I enjoy every minute of it.
Are you able to bring your family with you?
Yeah, they come up. Yeah. They come up, a lot of them. If it's a long trip, they probably not. It's hard, especially with a baby too. Yeah. Hard traveling with a baby. But I like to bring them up, and gets lonely less so I on the road sometimes.
Totally.
Yeah, but I have like a solid team that I bring up, and we get everything done. But yeah, only the past 2 years has been really happening for me. Yeah. Starting to get into a little bit of acting too, which was one of my goals, to be an actor. That's why I took comedy, because I feel like that's the quickest way to acting. A lot of these big time actors, they started off in stand up comedy.
Oh yeah. Or
Adam Sandler,
SNL, and then go to the
So it's a good I guess fast track to comedy, to acting, because there's so many actors in this world, you know. So that was one of the reasons why I stuck with comedy, but I ended up really loving it, you know. So I'll always do comedy, hopefully for the rest of my life, and then whatever this comedy career opens up opportunities for me, or whether it's acting or I don't know, opening up businesses or whatever like that, I'm happy to take that with it.
Would you ever want to do something like SNL?
Yeah.
I
wouldn't mind.
We need a Hawaii version of that.
Hawaii version would be cool.
Sick.
Yeah.
We could have the Bradas lead it off.
Yeah.
Have you, Zay, everybody.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
One day, I think one day. We talked about it with the Bradas last time.
Oh yeah,
having like a Hawaii SNL.
Yeah,
that would be crazy.
That would. They pretty much do like SNL stuff, the Bradas.
Yeah. With but like shows. An actual live show every week.
Yeah.
I think
just gotta find a place to do it at.
Yeah. Hawaii News Now, hit us up.
Yeah.
Maybe we gotta build our own stuff.
Maybe.
Yeah. So the last couple years have been really hectic for you. It's so cool to see the growth, because I think I've seen you since the pandemic and just been following your work. I love seeing the collaborations. I love seeing the partnerships. I love seeing, you break out from just like skits and then go back to stand-up comedy. Yeah. And even they start a family now. Yeah. So I think I know you've talked about it on your podcast with Rachel, but how did you guys meet?
So we there's two versions.
Oh, okay. So is this her version and your version?
No, they're both true.
Okay.
I would say like the very first time I actually seen her was in Disneyland.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Is that the one you knew? No?
I think that's the one I saw. Is that the one you shared on the podcast?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Podcast and Instagram, I think. But yeah, we met in Disneyland. She just came up to me as a fan, but I didn't know who that was because she was wearing a mask. It was during the pandemic, and just said like, "Oh, I really enjoy your work and representing Hawaii." I'm like, "Oh, thank you." She said I was like really nervous and stuck up-ish, but I was like, I just didn't know who you were.
Yeah.
And
she couldn't see half your face.
Yeah, half the face. She doesn't look like she's from Hawaii.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, oh, who's this LA chick coming up to me? But at the time, I was with this other girl in Disneyland, and she was in the bathroom. So that's when.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's just a funny story. So that's the first time I seen her. Maybe a year later, or maybe like 10 months later, we started messaging on Instagram, and then she goes, "Yeah, you remember you see me in Disneyland?" That's what she said, and I was like, "What are you talking about? I didn't see you in Disneyland." And then I put the two and two together. I was like, "Oh, that was her, that random girl that came up to me."
Oh,
and we said like, "Oh, right in front of the I forget, it's in California Adventure, right where the trains are at. Forget Vista Buena or something, that area, that's where it's called. So that's how we put the two and two, like, oh yeah, that was you. So then we just started talking more on Instagram, and then met up with each other, and then haven't stopped since.
Wow.
Yeah.
And now you guys can go to Disneyland together now.
Yeah, we do.
Without mask.
Yeah, we go a lot, actually.
Yeah.
I'm a big Disneyland fanatic.
What do you love about it?
The nostalgia. It's nostalgic. I used to go a lot when I was a kid. My parents used to take me, and it hardly changes, the park. You know, when you go there again, it looks exactly like how you remember it. I mean, there's new rides here and there, but that's what I love a lot about it. And you just feel the magic, you know.
It's real. It's like how people feel the Aloha spirit here. There's like that Disney spirit over there.
Yeah, it is the happiest place on earth. You know, I've never been to Disney World though.
Oh, okay.
I want to do that, but at the same time, I kind of don't, because people say if you've been to Disneyland first and then you go to Disney World, you're not gonna like Disney World. You like Disneyland. But if it's the opposite, if you go Disney World first and then Disneyland, then you're gonna be like, Disneyland is so small, it's tiny. But it is a lot smaller than Disney World. But I heard it's better to navigate, and you can do like almost everything in one day. Disney World, you need like a whole week.
Yeah, totally. What about like Disneyland Japan, or like the?
I've been to Japan. Okay. Yeah, Disneyland Japan. Yeah. That was cool. Tokyo Sea. But nothing can beat Disneyland.
Okay.
You know?
Nice. Yeah. Well, what is your go-to when you go there? Is it ride, food?
Honestly, I just like walking around.
Oh, really?
And like seeing people. I like going during when it's cold. When it's hot, it's hard.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. When it's hot, it's like, okay, I like go back to the hotel already.
Yeah. But it's cold. At least you like walk up. You get a little sweat on, so it's like you're in AC the whole time.
Yeah. And I don't know why Hawaii people love Disneyland. Like, there's so many Hawaii people there. Every time I go there,
is it the 10th island? Are we not paying attention to Disneyland right now?
Yeah, that's it.
Is it Vegas, 9th Island, Disneyland, the 10th Island?
The 10th Island. Yeah. That is right.
That is true. I think every time I've went to Disneyland, I've seen some local people.
Yeah, and they all wear the Hawaii Disneyland shirts.
That's funny. What is your favorite Disney movie?
Shoot. Disney movie.
It's Aladdin for me.
Aladdin?
Yeah.
Really like one of the old school ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm more of a Disneyland guy. I don't really like that much Disney movies, but I do like a lot of them. I would say Up is pretty good.
Up?
Yeah. Pixar.
Yeah. What about characters? Like, do you have any of your favorite characters that you like to see?
Not really, no. Yeah. I'm more of like
it's just the whole thing.
Rides. Yeah. I like the engineering and the Imagineers, how they came up with rides and stuff. I like looking up a lot of the history and like interesting facts about the rides and how Walt Disney designed the park and all that. Yeah, I like theme parks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you ever go to the other ones like Universal, Knott's Berry Farm?
Yeah, I've been to Knott's Berry Farm, Six Flags. Universal's cool, but
nothing beats Disney.
Nothing beats Disneyland. Everything else is ghetto compared to Disneyland.
It's like living in Hawaii and you see all the huge, nice waterfalls.
Yeah.
And then you go to other place, they're like, look at this 10-feet waterfall. Look how beautiful it is. And you're like, cool. Yeah, I get that. Okay. Well, we have a lot of social media questions, so I want to get into that. A lot came in. And then I also have our segment called Gas or Pass that I want to play with you. So let's take a quick shishi break and we'll come right back. What if we told you the next 3 times you fill your tank, you could save money? Well, at Texaco in Hawaii, it's true. You can get $1 off per gallon on your next 3 visits when you download the Texaco app and join Texaco Rewards. Earn points on every fuel transaction and qualifying in-store purchases at participating Texaco stations. Download the app and join to get started today. Visit TexacoHawaii.com for details. All right, we're back from a quick shishi break. Let's get right into the social media fan questions. First question comes from RHV94. This person says, what is your favorite venue, large arena or club?
Favorite venue, Blaisdell Arena.
Blaisdell?
Yeah. Just because that's
Hawaii.
always been my dream to perform there.
Yeah.
And nothing can beat that
Yeah.
venue. If we're talking about like Hawaii, I like Blue Note is great too.
Mhm.
It's good for an intimate show. I still go there every once in a while to pop in and practice jokes and all that. But and that's the first time I had like that long sellout show run was at Blue Note. They're all great here, but nothing can beat Blaisdell Arena. Hawaii Theater is great as well. Performed there. Even the concert hall at Blaisdell is cool too. I like the theater kind of look. When I go in the mainland, it's mostly comedy clubs, so it's similar like Blue Note, maybe like a 300-seater, but everybody's like up to the stage, surrounding you, and that's when you can bounce off of people. So that's fun too.
Okay.
But yeah, I would say Blaisdell Arena. That's where everybody comes out. It's probably the biggest venue here you could perform at, besides Aloha Stadium, which is shut down. But
Yeah.
I like to keep it indoors. But yeah, arena, and it's coming up this week. So.
Yep. September 27, 28.
Yeah.
Yeah, go buy some tickets. You're listening to this on a Thursday, so you have some time. Okay. Oh, and then what would be your dream venue if you could perform anywhere in the world?
Anywhere in the world. My fans are growing pretty big in Vegas. I would like to do T-Mobile Arena up there.
Oh, sick.
Yeah. So because right now I've just been doing theaters in Vegas.
Yeah.
But I feel like eventually that would be cool to do the T-Mobile Arena in Vegas, and it also would be cool to realize like, yeah, I'm not even from like in Hawaii. I'm from Hawaii, so I sell out the Blaisdell Arena. But to do like an arena in the mainland would be great.
Super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where are you at? We just announced a giveaway a couple weeks ago.
Chelsea Theater at the Cosmopolitan.
Cosmopolitan.
Yeah. That's October 12th.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's coming.
You got a lot of Vegas people listening here?
Yeah, we have a lot of people in Hawaii, and then a lot of people who live outside of Hawaii, but like ties to Hawaii.
Yep.
Interested in Hawaii, or just part of the diaspora. Yeah. Okay. Next question comes from Kale Mai Ole. This person says, "How has touring changed with addition of Baby Duffy?"
It changed a lot. Like I said earlier, I try to bring her up to a lot of them, but I do realize that she's only like a couple months old, so the traveling can be hard on her. So the trips we took her to recently were the inner island shows, which is like a short flight. So that was like the first one to test it out. And then we took her to we had shows in Ontario, California, which is when we went to our last Disneyland trip. So that was our first 5-hour plus plane ride, and it was okay. It was like a good test run. But she
solid 4 minutes of sleep.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean it's great. She just hangs out in the green room with Rachel. Brings her out sometimes we bring her out sometimes on stage, but it is kind of loud, so we get like the earmuffs and all that. But it's cute. I'm enjoying the moments because I heard it goes by quick. Everybody says, enjoy it. Next thing you know, they're gonna be 5 years old and all that. So I would like to bring her to every show that I can.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool once they get to that age where they start to show their personality and they can talk and whatever. Like that's how my nieces are. And it's stuff you could probably bring them on stage, make some jokes with them.
Yeah, exactly.
Have a little shadow following you.
Yeah.
You're gonna have a couple more kids by then, though.
Yeah, hopefully. We'll see.
How much are you trying to have? Realistically,
we want like 2 more. Or I want a boy too.
Yeah, so you're just gonna keep trying to.
Because Rachel has a daughter from a previous relationship, Ruby. So she's
she's funny.
Yeah, she's 11 years old. Yeah. She's funny. So she's 11 years old. She always wanted a baby sibling.
Yeah.
And she finally got one.
I see you have a babysitter. That's awesome.
Yeah. So she helps out a lot. Yeah. And I feel like when she gets older, because they're like 10 years apart, so that's like almost perfect for a babysitter. Yeah. So she does help out a lot. So we gotta give thanks. So thank you, Ruby, for helping out. Yeah.
So you're trying to have Tumua Jr.
Tumua Jr. Yeah. Well, I'm the third. Yeah, actually. So
I saw that on your football profile. It said it had 3 lines.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have the fourth.
The fourth, yeah.
Awesome. Okay, and then next person, Kimberly_Ray says, when is the wedding?
The wedding, hopefully in I don't know, a year or so. We're just
busy.
waiting. Yeah, too busy. Yeah,
Especially with the kid now.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen though. We
gotta be in Hawaii or
that
somewhere else.
yeah, we were talking about that where we would like to get married.
Yeah.
Probably Hawaii
Yeah.
or even like an outer island. We really enjoy Kauai a lot.
Oh yeah.
Kauai is so beautiful. And it's kind of away from everything, you know.
Or Big Island.
Big Island, Hilo side.
Yeah. Not Hilo side. If you like a rainy wedding, yes.
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Okay. Next question comes from spams and Tim. This person says, "What is your favorite thing to do in Maui, and how was the experience?"
Maui. Favorite thing to do in Maui. We where's that? So this past Maui trip, we actually stayed at an expensive hotel for a change.
Nice.
I forget what is it. Not the Ritz, but it's
the Grand Wailea?
No, not the Grand Wailea.
Four seat.
The Hondas.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Have you been there before?
No, I don't think.
Yeah, it's really and the reason why, because like all the hotels there are expensive now. It's like at least 300 and up for like Kama'aina a night.
Wow.
Yeah, and the Hondas was like maybe $100 more, like 400 something a night. So we just did that. But that was really really fun to like to see how like rich Maui is. Like because I never know that had that much white people like in Wailea side. Like what? Like, you know. But I mean, I really also enjoy going to the mall there. Not Maui Mall, but they call it something else. The Queen Ka'ahumanu, yeah, Ka'ahumanu Center.
Okay.
Nice. That's where they get all the local people there.
Okay.
I love going to 808 all day. That's where I got this hat from.
Hey,
shout out to them. They always send me a lot of stuff, and the people is great there. You know, every island there's different type of people of Hawaii people. I mean, they're all Hawaii people, but they all have their own different type of aloha. And Maui has always been amazing to me. You know, too bad about the Lahaina fires and all that. We actually did a free show for the victims of Lahaina, which was a weird show, but it felt good.
Yeah,
it's like,
that's the kind you really gotta like walk on eggshells. Yeah.
Exactly. But you know, I feel like that's what they needed some laughter.
Totally.
And it was a good experience to give back that way. But I always love Maui. I'll always come every year. I love the MAC, the Maui Arts and Cultural Center, the Castle Theater. It's a beautiful venue, beautiful theater, and everybody always comes out every time I go there, and they always show aloha.
Awesome. Gotta go Kona Rosewood on the Big Island. Have you been there? Have you seen it?
No.
It's this
Kona
newer one. Rosewood. It's next to the Four Seasons. But
what is it? A hotel?
It's just like it looks like Mexico or like Tulum or whatever it is. It's so beautiful. It's really expensive, but
it's
like
a hotel.
It's a hotel, but it's like private like cabanas and like villas and stuff.
Kona
like that.
side or Hilo?
Kona side.
Kona. What is it called?
Kona Rosewood.
Kona Rosewood.
Yeah,
have you ever been to
super expensive though.
Kohanaiki?
Oh, I heard that place. My friend, I have a friend that goes there with like his girlfriend's family.
Yeah,
and that place is also really nice.
Bruh, yeah.
You been there?
I've been there to do a show, so they hired me to do a private event, and it's the most insane thing you've seen. They have like pictures. A bowling alley, a theater, snack bar, like a hot dog station, and you can just do whatever you want. You know?
You gotta get something sponsored over there to stay there.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah,
it's like over 18 million a home.
That's crazy. Yeah, the Rosewood I think it's like $1,000 a night or something. But I had a friend staying there when I was with my family in Waikoloa, so we went over for the day, and we're like, this is. They have like everybody has bikes that they can ride to their like all around there, and it's just like it's so beautiful. Yeah, but yeah, check it out. Maybe they can sponsor your room or something.
Yeah, I'll try to reach out.
Yeah. Next question comes from full_force_paving_rental_LLC.
Oh, wow. How much underscores can you fit?
So I do these so many times. I've seen so many underscores and dots and so many of them. Just like people just keep it simple. All right. This person says, where did he get his set of teeth from?
I actually got it in Carlsbad, San Diego.
Okay.
Yeah. The guy's name is Dr. Drew Addy.
That's a cool name.
and yeah, it's a cool name.
Yeah.
So it's just veneers, not dentures.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people say, "Oh, what is that? Dentures?" No, it's veneers. Yeah, individual caps that they put on.
How does that work? My sister, I think, was looking into something like that before.
Yeah, so your original teeth, they shave it down a little bit to make it a little skinnier, and then they just put porcelain caps on it.
Oh,
and
okay.
it lasts about like 15 to 20 years.
Okay, nice.
And then when that time comes up, then you just gotta take them off and
do them again.
Yeah,
yeah, it looks good. Yeah,
thank you. But yeah, it works just like normal teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's like any other teeth.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. What made you decide to do that? What was like the point where you're just like, I really want to do this?
I just had I had like a gap in the middle, and I just wasn't happy with it.
Yeah. And then you're getting more famous, right? So
yeah. A lot of people do their teeth and stuff. So I was like, I guess it's a good. I won't do any plastic surgery or anything.
Yeah, no need.
Maybe I get my boobs done next week, but we'll see.
I was thinking about that. I got surgeries coming up, so I might have them add in that. Maybe a little BBL.
Little BBL. Yeah. Just a slight one.
Small kind, yeah.
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 But yeah, I feel like a teeth is big with like Hollywood and stuff like that.
Totally.
Looks better on camera. I mean,
exactly.
Nothing wrong with having ugly teeth.
Yeah. I think some countries they like that or something. It's more acceptable.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
Yeah.
Or like the gap and stuff.
Yeah. No, but I think especially like having to be on camera all the time.
Yeah.
And like, you know, we care about our image, or you want to feel confident as well. And like you're in front of like at this point millions of people.
Yeah.
You know, collectively. So, you know, having that confidence is totally important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why I did it. But yeah, a lot of people ask. I had a whole bit about it on stage.
Oh, really?
The last Blaisdell.
Yeah, I remember. I think it's just at first it's just shocking for people.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not like, you know how girls like. I swear, like these days, like doing work on your body is getting so like normalized. Like everybody's getting fake boobs. Everybody's getting like the what's it called, buccal fat removal. Did you ever hear that?
Buccal fat?
Yeah. So my girlfriend's a model, so she tells me about all the things that people are getting, and she works in LA a couple times, and she's like, everybody's
like
just
lip filler,
lip fillers, and like
yeah. Fox
so
eyes.
I heard that. Yeah, it's like everything. So it's like it's just the generation we live in now.
I guess so.
Yeah,
but that's the only. I wouldn't even call it surgery.
No, I don't. Yeah. I think it's pretty normal, just veneers. I think a lot of people here get them, or at least people that I know.
Yeah.
I see the Instagram like guys that does like surgery. And,
I think there's only like a few doctors here that do that.
Or Okuda, I think.
Okuda.
I've seen that before. Okuda. Yeah. Super cool. Yeah, I'm very lucky. I never needed braces.
Yeah.
My dad had braces when he was like in his 40s though.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then my sister, my youngest sister, she has like these braces where it's like in the inside of your teeth.
Oh, yeah. I see. Yeah. They've been doing that.
Yeah. And they've been working because she had like a couple like stuff over here. So she had to like, she said it's kind of sore. Yeah. But like they're really working. Yeah. I just got my bottom teeth getting that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was too late for me. I never like get braces. I was like, let's just do it now.
Yeah. Exactly. And especially now. Whereas like say 10 years from now, like nobody's even gonna remember.
But the process of the veneers is pretty hectic because so they file down your teeth and then they give you these temporary veneers, which is like a mouthpiece.
Okay.
It's like
it's like football all over again.
Yeah. Because they gotta go to the lab and print out and make the actual caps. So you have like a 2-week period where you have that thing in, and you can't like eat. I mean, you can eat, but you gotta like chew in the back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is that hard?
So you just gotta like And there's many times where like people who had the temporary veneers, it would break, and when one breaks, it looks like you're like missing a tooth. So that's a tough process. You got to go through 2 weeks, then you got to go back, and then they put them on.
Do you have to do that when they replace the current one? You gotta go through the same process again.
That's a good question. I don't know. I never.
That's a 15-year from now.
15 year from now. I don't know. Yeah, that is a good question. I would assume so. Okay. Unless it's the same doctor.
Yeah.
And he has the same measurements. You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right. This next question comes from not Joe Biden's IG.
Oh.
So just to be clear, this is not Joe Biden's
Yeah.
IG.
It's not him.
Yeah. He says, "Who is your favorite OG comedian from Hawaii?"
Shoot. I like them all. I would say Andy Bumatai, just because he is like the pioneer of like traditional stand up. You know, there's
and clean.
Yeah, and clean. And he's like the I think the first one to branch out to the mainland, and he killed it up there as well. He actually was he started off at the Comedy Store. You know the Comedy Store in LA.
He mentioned it on the podcast before.
So he was there with all those greats like Richard Pryor, Sam Kinison, Mitzi Shore is like the owner and founder of the Comedy Store, and he was actually there to experience those like all-time great comedians. And so and his stuff is funny. He's a great writer, and he's still going strong. He's like in his 70s and
looks good.
He still has it.
Yeah.
So I'd have to say to him, but they're all great. Augie T is great. Frank Deline was great. The Brothers is cool. Yeah. Before they start getting mad at me, they're all great. I mean, they all paved the way for younger comics like myself to follow in their footsteps. And even Mel Kabang, the late Mel Kabang, he was funny too. I've seen some of his stuff. Yeah, they're all good.
Awesome. Okay. Next question comes from akelapua.designs. This person says, if you have a chance to do shows internationally, which country would you go to?
So it's in so I'm actually going to Canada next week. First time there.
Nice.
I want to perform in Samoa so bad, and we're trying. You know, my agent is trying to find someone to do a show up there. But yeah, Samoa will be great. I want to hit the whole South Pacific: Samoa, Tonga, Fiji, Australia, New Zealand. That's gonna come up soon.
Oh, super cool.
Guam is part of US, so I mean I really enjoyed Guam. But I would say if I had to choose one, it would be Samoa.
Yeah,
because I'm Samoan, and just go back to the
the.
I've never been there before.
Yeah,
and just to do a show there, I think would be fun.
You got I just recently saw the one where you're just like, it depends how Samoan you are. You say Saus, and you gotta say
Saus. Yeah.
you gotta start practicing that.
Yeah, I gotta come up with some Samoan stuff up there because I don't want it to seem like cheesy. Because I
maybe spend some time there.
Yeah, that's what I do. I like to joke about that area. So I would probably like maybe a few days before go up there and talk with the people, really experience it. In first point, in my point of view.
Let the material come to you. Just let it write itself. Yep. Let the jokes write itself. Okay. This one, I don't really understand this question. Tyler Park 27 says, "Sup guy, can or no can?"
Can.
Is that like a joke or something? An inside joke?
Yeah, I had a can or no can joke before.
Oh, okay.
I think that's what he's referring to.
Okay. I don't know if this is like a sexual thing, like sup guy, can or no can.
I think it's a joke.
Okay.
Or not. I don't know.
Okay, but regardless, answer is can.
Answer is can. Always can.
Always can. I love that shirt. You have the Portuguese by blood, or Portuguese by blood, Portuguese by choice.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
Yes. Did you make that saying up?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I've referenced it before because I've seen it. Okay. Next question comes from Ke Alohi Nihis. This person says, what is one thing you wish you could change and why?
One thing I wish I could change. Probably doing stand up earlier. From I mean I started when I remember that week when I turned 21 is when I started doing stand up. But like to see all these greats like Dave Chappelle started when he was like 14, So I feel like whatever passion you have, the earlier you start it, the more success you'll get, the more years you'll have to practice.
Yeah.
You know who Matt Rife is? Yeah, he started when he was like 14 too.
Yeah.
So
he also had a glow up.
Yeah. So I didn't know like these guys started like way young.
Yeah.
And you didn't even hear about them back then. But that's how you like get your chops going.
Yeah. I remember seeing him on Wild and Out a long time ago.
Yeah, he was on that too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say just start early. But I feel like I started at a great time as well too. 21 is a great age, but
totally.
If I could, I don't think I could change. I don't want to change anything that happened in my life. I like the way it happened, but maybe just start earlier.
Yeah. Totally. Okay. Next question comes from our good friend and past podcast guest, Star Doll Thurston. She says, "What's been the toughest adjustment since becoming the most famous guy in Hawaii?"
I don't know. I don't think I'm the most famous guy in Hawaii.
Besides your cousin Max Holloway.
Yeah, Max Holloway, my uncle The Rock.
Yeah.
But he's not from Hawaii.
Yeah. Hey, but he's Samoan.
Samoan.
And Hawaiian.
Samoan and Hawaiian.
Because Hawaiians are Samoans.
Yeah. I got a lot of mixed reviews on that one.
That was so funny.
Wait, so the question was, what has changed?
What has been the toughest adjustment since becoming the most famous guy in Hawaii?
Yeah, it'd probably be like running into people. Like if I have something to do, or like if I'm late to somewhere and they come up to me, ask for a picture. I don't ever turn down a picture.
Mm-hmm.
I don't ever turn down meeting someone. But like there's times where like things are happening. Like maybe we gotta like make our flight or whatever, you know. And sometimes Rachel gets mad at me, like, "Come on, like, no, you can't. Come on, you know.
Stop being too nice."
Yeah. That's the problem too. I'm always too nice. I always, I don't say yes to everything, but I'm starting to realize that it's okay to say no to some things.
Totally.
You know, that gives you more power to. Yeah, I'd just say, just being on all the time. You know, like being people, because people see me how I am on stage and on social media, which I feel like is how I am, but it's more like an exaggerated version of when I'm just like at home, or just like right now too. But I'm always nice to everybody. I wouldn't. Yeah, I enjoy it all.
Cool. You're probably like me, where like your work makes you sociable.
Yeah.
And you know, all these events that you gotta go to, or these interaction with people. But when that's over, you just want to go home and chill.
Yeah.
Like I always say, like anybody.
Like the hard part, like at my shows, is not performing. It's after the show when I meet everybody, and like it's like a whole nother show. And like there are people making jokes with me, and which is fine. I enjoy it all, but it is tiring. It's draining.
Yeah, you go home, that social battery is just drained.
Yeah.
How do you recharge?
Just sleep.
Yeah.
I guess. Or now hang out with my daughter and family time.
Nice.
You know.
Okay. Next question. Oh, and then she says, interested in acting, which you said you are earlier in the podcast.
I am. Yeah. So been I recently got an acting agent as well.
Nice.
So we've been auditioning for a lot of things.
Okay. Like commercial, TV, movies.
More like TV and movies. A lot of stuff in the mainland.
Okay.
I'm gonna be I'm in the Lilo and Stitch movie, so you guys will see that.
Can you say what you're doing or no?
They didn't tell me I can't.
Oh, okay. No, sure. Share it if you like.
I'm a tour driver.
Oh, okay.
That when Stitch lands in Hawaii, I run him over.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Wow. Well, F you then.
Yeah.
Some right? Disney fan you are.
But it's a small role. It just, I feel like they just made that role for me.
Just for you. Yeah, which is cool, because your status will get you in the doors. Yeah. So it's just about capitalizing.
Yeah, it was. Super but yeah, I'm excited to see that. I didn't see how it came out yet, so I don't know how much of that scene they're gonna take. If it's just maybe a quick glimpse.
Yeah. You know, I just had Mark Kili'i Ho'omalu on the podcast.
Yeah.
Well, we recorded. His episode is gonna come out after.
Yeah.
But he's a Lilo and Stitch, where he sings a Lilo and Stitch song.
Yeah.
So super cool. Okay, next question comes from Kelly_24. Do you think Hawaiians are Samoans?
Yeah. Now, obviously, I mean, they're two different ethnicities, but so the whole thing about that whole video stuff that they people were getting mad at, or some people were, feel like I had a lot of people on both sides arguing.
You're talking to the guy who gets all kind on.
Yeah. So the thing was, I said that King Kamehameha was Samoan, you know, because of the genealogy that traced back, because we're all related, you know. I think we all come from, I don't know, I could be wrong right now, but I think it's all from Tonga. And then
there's a lot of theories. Yeah,
a lot of theories. So that's like the kind of point that I was trying to make with that. And also just throwing a little bit of comedy, like, he's 7 foot tall. You never see one 7 foot Hawaiian. And they're all getting no. I had so much people come up to me. Yeah, like a lot of people in public, they come, well, you really thought Kamehameha was someone, like getting angry at me. But I mean, we're all part of Polynesia, you know. I think we're all related. We're all the same.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, I'm personally not Hawaiian.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Samoan. But I heard that my grandpa was Samoan, but he passed away.
Mm-hmm.
I heard that he was. I mean, I heard that he was Hawaiian,
Mm-hmm.
but he didn't want to tell people that he was Hawaiian.
Mm-hmm.
I think there was like a big rivalry back
Mm.
then, back in like I don't know, maybe the 60s or
Yeah.
whatnot. But I enjoy every Polynesian. That's my fans that come out,
Totally.
and I just thought it was an interesting thing to put up and see.
Yeah.
Because people do think that Kamehameha was Samoan. You know,
See, that's the thing, and we talk about it on this podcast. We talk about ethnicity, race, all these things, and we get heat for certain things, and we're fine with it because we're just bringing up new perspectives.
Yeah,
because there are some people that believe certain things.
Yeah.
Like not everybody has to think exactly like you think, has
Can
to
all
believe
think-
everything that you believe. So
and we can talk about it because we don't know the real answer.
exactly, that's what
No one knows King Kamehameha.
that's what I tell people. Is like everything we talk about on this podcast. It could all be wrong. We could all be wrong. Everything we're talking about could just be totally wrong. You know, so it's just fun. Let's have the conversation. Yeah, something to think about. But I mean, I never seen 7 foot Hawaiian. That's all.
I had comments on that too. Well, my uncle is 7 feet. He's Hawaiian. Like, oh, okay, yeah, he must be Samoan.
So my brother was telling me. So this, and I'm hoping I can talk about it with Mike Kai, the pastor, because I think he knows about the history of like the Hawaiians and how they came here. My brother was telling me about the Manahune and the Menehune.
I never heard of Manahune.
Have you heard of that? Yeah, so there's these two types of different one.
Yeah.
The Manahunes were like the bigger. It's like the people that come from like the lineage of King Kamehameha, and this other comes from the lineage of Pa. And I could be getting all of this wrong, so we'll have another guest explain it. But something like that. So their Hawaiians come from two different lineages. So the smaller people come from the Menehune lineage. That's why they're smaller, and the Manahune come from like that other lineage. That's why they're bigger. That's why you see smaller Hawaiians and bigger Hawaiians. Yeah, so it could be something similar to that.
Did you hear this theory before? I don't know if this is true.
Yeah.
So back then, when the missionaries took over Hawaii, right, or they came down here, they were white missionaries, but a lot of them loved the culture of Hawaii so much that they claimed that they're Hawaiian as well. So they would have kids, whatever, the missionaries, and they always thought that, oh, I'm Hawaiian too. And then I feel like now there's like people that are related to those missionaries, and they think they're Hawaiian, but they're really not Hawaiian.
You got to take the DNA test.
Yeah.
Have you ever done one?
No, I never.
Oh, okay. I just recently did one where you got to spit in the tube.
Yeah.
The ancestry.com. So I'm still waiting for my result.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, I mean, I already know, the basic stuff. Like
my dad did one, and they found out he was part Maori.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and I didn't know that.
Okay.
So I guess
when you go to New Zealand, you can be like, "What's up, my Maori brothers and sisters?" Yeah, it's so interesting looking into the history of stuff because, like we said, we don't really know. Like you could look into stuff or like talk to people, but it's fun to uncover all these things.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so we'll definitely have somebody here on the podcast to tell us more about
explain.
it. Yeah.
Hopefully not get mad at me.
Yeah, don't get mad at us. Yeah, we're just trying to make a living here. Okay, _Maya.rn._ says, what are your goals for the future in comedy? Also, love Rachel and watching your family grow.
My goals in comedy, obviously continue to tour every year and do bigger shows every year. Hopefully put out a Netflix special, which is kind of in the process right now, but we'll see how it goes. But that's always been my goal to put out a mainstream special that everybody can see, whether it's whatever platform it gets on. And just I don't look at it like, oh, what am I gonna do in 10 years, 15 years? I just take it like year by year. You know, like next year we got some things planning already, some shows, and get more involved in acting as well too.
Cool. Excited to see that new development of your career.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, next question comes from I Am American. Says, what's been the biggest surprise you learned about yourself in becoming a father?
Biggest surprise, I guess the whole thing's a surprise. Maybe realizing that I can be a father. You know, I never thought. I mean, I guess looking at myself as a father, because my whole life I never had kids. You know, I always had parents. You know, and then now I'm like.
Oh, wait, are you an only child?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
From my mom and dad, yes.
Oh, okay,
but I have brothers from my dad's side and a sister from my mom's side.
Oh, okay.
But I grew up an only child.
Yeah.
So, and they're my half siblings are way older than me. They're like 20 years apart from me. So, kind of I did grow up as an only child. But now I'm starting to see like it's like living through me now, like my dad, you know, because he's a father, and now I'm a father now. Yeah. And it, like even like the beginning of the show, like I almost forgot, like, oh yeah, the first thing you said was a father, you know. So I guess that surprise is like finally being, it's still new. I mean, it's only 4 months of being a dad, so yeah.
I guess the closest thing to that I'd experience in the next coming years, because I don't think I'm gonna have kids anytime soon, would be like getting engaged, where you're like, oh, I forgot I'm a fiance instead of like boyfriend girlfriend kind of thing. Yeah.
Same thing like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I gotta, like, I talk about it on stage, being a dad, and I guess surprising things is learning things. Like changing a diaper, those are little stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Things that you learn.
Well, you never had nieces or nephews that you?
No, I never really. Yeah, I do have nieces and nephews. My sister has 9 kids.
But you never like did it.
Yeah, never really did that. Learning how to put a baby to sleep, learning the different types of crying. I would watch like YouTube tutorials and stuff. So all these things I'm learning and absorbing it in like a sponge. Cool. So the whole thing, just being a dad, is I would say, is surprising.
Cool. Yeah. What's your favorite part?
Favorite part? Enjoying the moments, you know, like from when Dovey was 1 month to now, it's a big change. Like her starting to see her attitude more, her personality, and it's happening quick. And just processing all that and just being in the present, you know, I would say my favorite part. And when she sleeps. Yeah.
Oh, I love it when she sleeps. Okay. Next question comes from Sarab44. This person says, at your Dala show, you did Kunihi Kamauna. We were very impressed. Did you dance?
Oh. So he was at my Dallas show. That was like recent, 2 days ago. Yeah.
So you did Kunihi Kamauna, the chant?
Yeah, I did. That's surprising that who asked that again?
Sarab44.
Is that a guy or girl? You don't know?
Yeah, I didn't look at the thing.
Or Sarah B?
It says CERA.
Oh, CE. Oh, I don't know.
Sira.
Because there was a guy in the crowd speaking Hawaiian to me, so that's when I kind of did the chant.
Okay, you like as a joke, or
you did the whole thing? I did the whole thing, but what is the question again? So
you did Kunihi Kamauna. We were very impressed. Did you dance? I think it's like, did you dance hula before?
Oh no, I never.
Okay,
never.
How do you know that?
I took Hawaiian in college and at Punahou. And that was one of the chants that we
you have to do.
Yeah.
Kuni Kamauna.
Oh, you know that song?
Well, I want my version.
Yeah. So you speak Olelo Hawaiian?
That's my first language.
Oh, you never spoke English first?
So my dad only speaks Hawaiian to us since we were babies.
Wow.
So even to this day, like, he messages us in Hawaiian, he talks Hawaiian to us. I learned like English and Hawaiian at the same time, but in my household we only spoke Hawaiian.
Still yet,
yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Very, very blessed to have that. And then I went
yeah.
Hawaiian immersion, where you know everything's in Hawaiian, math's in Hawaiian, English is in Hawaiian.
What, is on Oahu Hawaiian immersion?
Big Island.
Oh, Big
Hilo,
Island. Yeah.
So in Punana,
because they have Anui Nui is the only one I know.
Anui Nui is like the Oahu version of us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So my school is like the OG school, where like they started for like the Hawaiian language speakers.
Yeah.
And then they had other ones.
Can you speak Samoan too? It's very similar.
No, so my dad is he was around Samoans growing up, so he uses some stuff. So like for good night, in Hawaiian there's not really a word for good night. So he says manuelepo.
Yeah. What is like good night in Hawaiian?
Some people say poma lie, which is like have a peaceful night.
Yeah.
But so that's why there's not really a good night. Like there's Aloha Kakaiaka, Aloha Awina La, and then Aloha Ahi Ahi, which is like evening.
Yeah.
But there's not like a good night. So he says Manuelepo.
Manuelepo.
Yeah. Which is Samoan.
Yeah. Well, Manuia is good.
Yeah. And then I think good morning, like Manuelaso.
Yeah. Manueleaso.
Yeah. And I've heard Sasa before. I know what that means.
Sasa.
Yeah.
In Samoan, the only line I learned was Elelele kelelo fa'asa'amoa,
What does that mean?
which means I can hardly speak Samoan.
Nice.
I learned
Yeah.
that from my Samoan teacher.
So it's really cool. So I'm a big language guy.
Linguistics.
I learned Spanish, and I was in Madagascar for 3 years in the Peace Corps.
You can speak Spanish too?
I wouldn't say I'm fluent, but
Yeah.
I was pretty good at Spanish, and I still do like Duolingo in Spanish to keep up.
Wow.
But so I was in Madagascar for 3 years, and they speak Malagasy, and Malagasy is in the same Austronesian family as Hawaiian, Samoan, Maori, all of that. So I got to see all the similarities. So when I would look at the words like the numbers fitu valu in Malagasy, ehikwe valu in Hawaiian, and even in Samoan, it's like lani is sky in Hawaiian, and then in Malagasy it's lanicha, and in Samoan it's langi. So they're all super connected.
Yeah, it's all connected. Even the numbers too.
Yeah.
Ekahelu, ekolu, or tasiluatolu.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's so cool to see the similarities.
Yeah.
Especially somewhere like Madagascar, where it's like on the other side of the world and so disconnected from everywhere.
So even the words in Madagascar are similar to Hawaiian?
Yeah, like in Mafana is hot.
Yeah.
Mehana. And I think in Samoan it's like Mafanga. Yeah.
Or hale and fale.
Fale, yeah.
What about in
Malagasy? It's
house?
Tranu.
Oh,
it's a little different. But yeah, there's a lot of similar words. Yeah.
Wow.
Vava, Vaha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so interesting.
Super interesting.
And they're so far away from us.
I know. And then that history is like so interesting to uncover. It's like, how did that happen?
Yeah.
Did the Polynesians, Melanesian, whatever, like did they just travel way further than we thought they did?
Right.
You know? So something to look into.
So King Kamehameha is from Madagascar.
So King Kamehameha is Malagasy.
It's Malagasy.
That's what we're starting next. Come at us.
Yeah, for real.
All Samoans are Hawaiians. All Hawaiians are Malagasy.
Yep.
Okay, last question comes from Marie Chris Dreams. This person says, how would you define growing up in Hawaii now from before?
Before as in like...
Just like when we grew up.
I feel like it's it definitely changed, like seeing like Ruby, you know, because she's 11 years old. That's kind of like a good you know, age at where you kind of
born in
reflect.
The 2000s.
Yeah, I would say like social media and phones is a big change, because like when we were growing up, that wasn't a big thing. I mean, I remember having like a flip phone and stuff, but we would always be like playing outside, and I remember Pogs was big when I was there.
Yeah.
But
that's how we first learned how to gamble.
Yeah, for real. That's why we love Vegas.
Yeah.
That is true.
You never think about that. Like, you got 5 Pogs over there, and then you lose your money, you lose your Pogs, and you get mad.
Yeah.
Then you go try to hustle for some more Pogs, and you lose them again.
Yeah.
You gotta go work.
You gotta go
work from. It's like, you know, we work all week just to lose our money.
Yeah.
You gotta do them again.
Yeah.
Pogs.
You gotta ask your mom, I can get more Pogs. I can go swap meat by the Pogs, Mom.
I can get the slammer. I get the slammer.
Yeah. You try to cheat. Yeah, you get the staple. Yeah. The ukus, yeah.
Yeah, then I don't know if you remember, get the side swiping and stuff like that.
Side swiping. Yeah.
You can't do that, or
you move
the
your hand a little
back
bit.
one, or Oh, good
but
days.
they don't play Pogs anymore. They're all about like...
That's because gambling's illegal in Hawaii.
Yeah. That's a good bit. I might take that.
You're welcome.
Talk about Pogs in Hawaii. Yeah. But like now these kids, they're all about social media and like TikToks, and everybody's on their phones, which I feel like is, I mean, it is today's age. That's what you got to do, but I feel like they got to enjoy like Hawaii, you know. That wasn't never, we were never, that's another thing too. I feel like we're getting more closer, more similar to like the mainland, which I feel like is not good, especially with all these crimes happening. All these young kids with guns.
So
like I mean, it never. Well, back when I remember, maybe only now I see it because of social media. But like, that's almost losing like the Aloha spirit, you know. And I think it's because of technology. Like we see that happening.
More
we gotta
access
be like that.
to other things.
Yeah, more access to other things.
So you get influenced by other things.
Yeah.
Same reason why, you know, sometimes you're growing up and like the parents don't want you to watch like the gun violence or like shows that have like guns or fighting, because they think they're gonna
it's influencing them from when they're like these 10, 11-year-olds, and then when they get like 16 or they get a hold of a gun, then their mind's not right, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is the thing that we're coming more and more like the mainland, which I feel like why a lot of people move Hawaii, and they move out to Vegas or whatever and all that. But that's the main difference that I see is that it was more, I wouldn't say more Aloha back then, because there's people now that have a lot of Aloha spirit, but it's just different. But that's just all part of growing up.
Yeah, and just how life changes and we evolve. Yeah, very interesting. Okay, well, mahalo everybody for the social media fan questions. Make sure you leave some for our next guest, and maybe your question will make it on the podcast. Before we get into our next segment called Gas or Pass, presented by Texaco in Hawaii, shout out to them. They take care of both of us.
Yeah, for real.
I like to ask all of my guests the same question about Aloha and keeping it Aloha. I want to know in your life, how do you keep it Aloha?
How do I keep it Aloha? I keep it Aloha just like from the main, points that like my parents taught me growing up. Like we came from a Christian home too, so we would always go to church, and we like to treat others like how you want to be treated. Aloha is a thing that I like to take when I travel. I travel a lot, and I try to be nice to people up there as well, because being nice to people can come a long way. You never know who you meet. That's how you meet connections. I like to keep that alive. Yeah, and for me in my profession right now is just laughter, I guess. They say laughter is the best form of medicine. I have a shirt that says spreading aloha one laugh at a time.
Nice.
So that's what I like to do. No matter where I go in the world, I like to show people that we're all different types of people and all different ethnicities, and we can all laugh together. That's one thing that we like to share. And laughter I feel like is a big part of Aloha.
Totally. Yeah. The brothers just talked about how laughter is healing, and how they talk about Aloha and how they incorporate it into their shows, and it's kind of been lost, or it's like more protected now. Like, oh, I only show you the Aloha if I know you, or like who you, or like I don't want to give you Aloha unless I know you, or you can do something for me, or whatever it is. Yeah.
Or even just saying the word Aloha. Like Duke Kahanamoku had a quote saying, greet someone with the word Aloha. See how it would change their face. See their expression change in their face, and it is true, because everybody just like, okay, yeah, if you just tell someone aloha, and they're like, oh,
yeah,
or even someone in the mainland, they all know the word aloha.
Just greeting people. So many people walk by each other and just like, or don't want to make eye contact. That's what I loved about living in Madagascar, because we live in like little villages. So wherever you go, you're just saying mano and salama to everybody, and everybody's greeting you, and like you don't know anybody, but you're still saying hi to everybody. It's super cool. Yeah. All right, cool. Well, let's get into our segment called Gas or Pass, presented by Texaco in Hawaii. Okay, and while people are listening to this, you should go and download the Texaco app, because I gotta make a confession. So they've asked, we have ad reads about the Texaco app and stuff. For the longest time, I never downloaded the Texaco app.
You never downloaded?
I never listened to my own ad read. So I knew about it, but I guess I never really like understood it. So I finally did it a couple months ago, and I went to the gas station, fill up. I did the Texaco app. I saved $15 on my fill up. I'm like, what? I had to like check. I thought something was wrong. But I saved $15. So much money, because you save $1 off on your first 3 fill ups, and then after that you can get points and whatever. But like, I saved so much money. I was tripping out, and I was like, I can't believe I never listened to myself about these ad reads. So I've been telling everybody, and I'm just like, it's not even because I'm sponsored by them. It's like, this is such a good deal. Even if you're using it for like the first 3 fill-ups, and that's all. And then I learned more about like the tech run inside of the gas is really good for your car, and it ends up like leaving less waste in the environment.
It's very scientific. I mean, I don't fully understand it, but I just know that it's good.
It's good. Yeah, exactly.
It's good. Yeah. Well, like what? No, it's just good for your car. Just get it.
Exactly.
Tech run. And that's how they can enter to win. We're doing a giveaway with my Vegas show, so they give away 2 tickets. First class tickets with Alaska Airlines, flying up first class to Vegas, 4-night stay at the California Hotel, and then 2 tickets to my Cosmopolitan show in
and
Vegas.
Don't forget $250 gas card.
$250, gas card. And you only can enter through the app, so go on the app.
It's super easy. You download it. It's right in the front. You see Tumua's face, and then
put your information.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
and then if you want to get extra 5 entries, go DM us your bank account information, Venmo requests. And then you can get extra entries.
Entries.
Just send $250, and then we'll make sure we rig it so you win. Yeah. Okay. So I think I explained it to you earlier on the phone, but so gas or pass is just like if something's good, it's gas. Like what people say these days, like, oh, that's gas, and if it's bad, then pass. Okay. So super easy. We'll start off with this: eating a poke bowl without chopsticks. Gas or pass? So saying somebody eating it with a fork or spoon.
Gas is fine.
Gas?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because, I mean, sometimes if I'm really hungry, I eat them with the fork because I'm not as fast with chopsticks. The fork is okay. But chopsticks does make everything taste better.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. 6-inch lift. Gas or pass?
Gas.
Gas?
Yeah.
You get 6-inch lift?
No, I know more.
Okay.
I actually went drop the Tacoma.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I get one lower Tacoma. Can't even roll 1/4 underneath. Talk about lifted Tacomas. Lifted Tacomas. They go and drop Tacoma. How's that one?
Negative Tacoma. Okay, what about this? Gas without Techron. Gas or pass?
Gas without Techron?
Mm-hmm.
Pass. Gotta pass on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Techron, I mean, it from what I learned, it's a better fuel for your car, and also for the energy around us and the planet.
That was a trick question because gas is still gas.
Oh, that is true.
Okay, Mai Tai is gas or pass?
So I personally don't drink. I never did drink in my life.
Oh yeah, same.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there a reason why you don't?
Well, because I used to be a crazy alcoholic.
Oh, so you did drink before?
That's
what people always ask me too. Like,
I never drink in my life. No, I just never liked it. I remember taking my first shot in like high school sometime, maybe like 11th grade.
So you did. I never even tasted before.
You never tasted it?
Never.
Oh wow! Like never had it put against your lips.
No.
Wow, that's crazy. So I've tasted, but I don't drink because I don't like it. So I remember I was playing Xbox, playing FIFA with my friend, and it's like the bet was like whoever loses got to take a shot.
Yeah.
So I took a shot. I'm like, this sucks.
Yeah.
Why do people do this? And I was like, I'd rather drink an Arizona iced tea. So ever since then, I was just like, yeah, alcohol tastes like gasoline, as we speak about gasoline. And then I grew up in Hilo. It's one of the drunkest cities in the U.S. And I just see people do stupid stuff. Yeah. And like, I'm always the DD for my friends. Every group needs that. So I like taking care of people. And the biggest reason is I like being in control of my actions.
Yeah.
I don't want to like do something that's like you wake up in the morning and you regret, or you just do something disrespectful or take off all your clothes or whatever.
End up on Hungry Hawaiian.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And this was before social media.
Yeah, before social media.
But it never was appealing to me.
Yeah.
Never drank, never smoked. Like I would taste, like if people have it, like I'll just taste it because I just want to know how it tastes.
Yeah.
And then I'm just like, yep.
So you never really got drunk before?
No, never been drunk before. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, same like me.
Yeah. And I get really red if I drink. One time I was actually at Mai Tai's. This is in the daytime with one of my friends and mentors, and we were just stopping to get something to eat. And I ordered a lava flow, but I forgot to say virgin. So I was drinking it, and I'm just like, I swear this has alcohol, but it's so subtle because it's like sweet.
Yeah.
And I was like, I
started to get
red. Yeah. And then he's like, no, it's not. So I finished it, and I was like, the whole day at Aloha, I'm just like so red. Like it's like an unnatural red. It's not like a sunburn red. It's like a deep sunburn.
Are you Asian?
Yeah, I'm Korean.
It's
Japanese.
called the Asian glow.
The Asian glow, yeah.
Yeah.
And my siblings get it too. But yeah, so all those reasons I don't really do it. And you don't drink because you're Mormon, yeah?
No, I'm not Mormon. But everyone asks, "Oh, you Mormon?" Yeah,
they tell me that too. Yeah.
Also, but I always make up some stuff too, like in the mainland or whatever.
Yeah.
People ask me, "Oh, you want to drink?" I was like, now I'm 12 years sober. Oh, God bless you, bro. God bless you. You know. But yeah, same thing. I don't have anything against alcohol. I just I would see people like how they get all drunk, and I'm like, I don't want that to be me. I want to be in control of myself. And also, my dad used to be a big time alcoholic, and I didn't like how he acted. But now he's clean and sober.
Awesome.
So that's the reason why I don't do that.
Breaking the cycle in the family.
Yeah,
that's
breaking the cycle. Yeah. But I am always around it, just being in comedy clubs and performing. And performing is great with alcohol in the crowd because they laugh better. We encourage it. We just don't do it ourselves. Yeah, my thing is just like, don't drive.
Get home safely. Have
same.
fun.
Yeah,
Don't
and I
hurt
like
others.
taking care of people too.
Yeah.
Like take care of my friends, and I'm the DD driver.
Yeah. They call me Kamaka DDDS.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it's like you can still have fun. So I would still go out, like in college. I would
Oh,
go
yeah.
out,
You
I'd
can.
hang out, and then they'll be like, I don't know how you're doing this without drinking. I'm just, I don't know. It's like I
That's what I
get
feel
high
like
off
too. Like,
life. Like
yeah,
I
that's
like
same.
other people, seeing other people have fun.
Yeah. Like I'm
Yeah.
thinking, like if I took alcohol, I don't think it would make a difference.
Yeah.
Like I'm still having fun, you know.
Yeah, exactly. And it's some things about it doesn't make sense because like I'm like, what's so fun about a night you can't remember?
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Like I remember everything
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
like recapping it for people, but then people will be like, oh, last night was so fun. I don't remember. I got wasted. I was blackout, but it was so fun. I'm like, 1 + 1.
yeah, for real.
And then you feel terrible in the morning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they don't see that part.
Yeah. So we're not hating on it, but
Yeah, it's
yeah,
fine.
totally. Just do it. Everything in moderation. Anything in life.
Yeah,
Everything in moderation. Even smoke. I don't smoke, but I have no problem with people smoking.
same here.
Except vapes. Vapes. Recently, I did a deep dive on vapes recently,
Yeah,
and I'm just like, vapes are really bad for people.
it is. Yeah,
And same like cigarettes and whatever. It's just because it's just the artificial smoke and then like the metals and everything.
Yeah.
So I'm just like recently I've been trying to like friends just be like, stop vaping.
stop vaping for real.
Yeah. So if you guys want to hire me for anti-vape campaign, I support.
Yeah, the new Brave.
Yeah.
Or what is it called? Not Brave.
There.
Yeah.
Okay. I just added this one. Pogs, gas or pass.
Oh, gas. Yeah,
Straight
we're talking about
gas.
Pogs. Yeah.
Love the Pogs. Okay, Foodland, Poke. Like grocery store, Poke, gas or pass.
Oh, if it's Foodland, gas.
Yeah.
Safeway too has good poke.
Safeway,
Gets
underrated.
slept on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
So,
what exactly what I said.
and I noticed
Yeah.
because I used to work with a chef from Safeway, and he was telling me about the fish that they get, that it's the top of the line.
Yeah.
And that's why it tastes so fresh.
Even
too.
though it's frozen. Yeah.
Oh, I always get the fresh one.
Oh, you get the fresh one.
The fresh one, yeah.
Okay.
Always fresh.
You
I
pay a
never
little
get
extra.
I never get frozen.
Okay.
And it is a big difference. You
Totally.
can taste it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you get the frozen one, or you just get whatever one's cheaper.
I haven't been in a while, but I just remember going to Safeway Poke and
Yeah.
I was like, this is better than I expected.
Yeah, the spicy ahi
yeah.
with the unagi sauce on top.
Yeah, the unagi sauce. I love that. Okay. Neon constructed safety shirts with Aloha print, like the high vis shirts with Aloha print.
Oh, the low print.
Yeah.
I'd say yeah, it is up there. Like I can see both sides, because like the regular neon shirt, fine, gas. I mean, you going to a nice dinner with that, that's fine too, because you're showing people that you in hard work. Like you came straight from work. Like yeah.
You worked for this money you're about to buy.
Yeah. With the Aloha print, I mean, it looks cool. It's different. Maybe if you're a golfer, if you're golfing with that, it's cool. But if you're going out in a nice dinner and that, it's I can see what they're trying to do.
Maybe they're like, this guy works hard, or does he?
Yeah.
They get confused. That's all.
Maybe the supervisor should wear that at work. The higher guys, yeah. I get the Aloha print.
yeah. They gotta add that to all the stevedores guys.
Yeah.
Your dad works stevedores, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That works Steve.
Yeah, I have uncles that work, so they probably know each other.
Who's which
You
side?
know Uncle Danny? Morton.
Okay. Is he he's with he goes on tour with Roman, yeah?
No.
That's
This is stevedores.
Stevedores.
I don't know if he goes on tour. If I showed you
Danny, right?
Denny.
Oh, Denny.
Yeah, he's like bald.
Oh, okay.
That's one of my uncles.
Yeah,
and Ryan Kaneshiro.
Oh, yeah, I know Denny Morton. Yeah.
Yeah. And then
he's
my
on the board.
Yeah,
There.
he's on the board.
Yeah.
And then my uncle's Derek Kaneshiro.
Okay.
He was like a like Hall of Fame Kaiser running back.
Okay.
Yeah, and then his son Ryan Kaneshiro.
And they all work Stevedore side or Matson side?
I think Stevedore side. Because there's McCabe.
McCabe. Yeah.
And then if I show you pictures,
I was working there too.
I
part-time.
remember. Yeah. Because my friend Brandon Ching, when you first started going, he was telling me, oh yeah, that guy Tumua just started working like on call. Yeah.
And then I ended up quitting that just to pursue comedy.
And it's working out.
Yeah. But that was a big job to give up.
Totally.
It's a great job, yeah.
Yeah. You got to know somebody to get in.
yeah, bro.
Yeah. Okay, next one. Cowboys football team, gas or pass?
Oh, gas all the way. It's our year this year. If not this year, then next
year. Yeah. And it was the same way for the last 20 years.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny because you said this year, I forget what you said earlier. You're like, we're actually good this year. Or I forget what you said about the Cowboys. But I was like, The thing is, you guys are always good. It's just when it comes to playoffs.
Yeah, playoffs in Green Bay for some reason. If we don't like that team, then something bad happens every time.
Well, I'm a Cowboys fan for the day because yesterday I started Dak Prescott and he scored 29 fantasy points. So
yeah,
go Cowboys. Okay, and next one, Cowboys, like actual Cowboys, gas or pass?
Gas. I enjoy like Western movies.
Okay.
I kind of like that vibe.
Yeah. Any favorite ones that come to mind?
What is that really? That old one. Not with Samuel Jackson. I forget the name.
Oh.
Uh.
The one with Samuel Jackson?
Yeah, I think he's in it.
I think I know which one.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? As I asked that, I was like, I can't think of the name of one cowboy movie, but I can see like the cowboy. Like you have the perfect image in your head.
Yeah.
But I can't think of cowboy names, like movie names.
3:10 to Yuma is a good movie. Have you seen that?
Was that the kind Quentin Tarantino?
No. But I do enjoy Quentin Tarantino. Okay. But Samuel Jackson's in a lot of
Yeah. That's why I'm thinking of it. Okay. I feel like I've seen that name before. Yeah. I'll look it up. Okay. All right. This is a tough one. Public school, gas or pass?
Just because I went private school, pass.
Okay, private school, gas or pass?
Gas. Nothing. I went to both. I went to private, public and private. Nothing's wrong with either of them. I mean, you still can have a wonderful education in public. Mm-hmm. I just went private school, so I got to rep the private school.
Okay. So Punahou, gas or pass?
Gas.
Okay, what about this one? Kahuku, gas or pass? Watch out what you say.
I have a lot of Kahuku friends. I personally never beat Kahuku before. My Punahou team.
Yeah. So pass.
So pass.
Yeah, which is funny because they only run.
Yeah, for real.
Nah, these days people passing more.
Yeah. I have a lot of Kahuku friends though. So I mean, shout out to Kahuku. They're a great team.
Yeah.
I don't think this year they're that great. Just being honest from what I've seen. Mm-hmm. But almost every year they have like a powerhouse football team.
Always, yeah.
And they're wonderful people there. You know.
I heard that the Punahou team just takes the kids from Kahuku.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So it's basically the same team, right?
We took Manti Tail. But yeah, a lot. So what they do is they go back and forth. Okay. Like I even think Manti went Kahuku 9th grade. Oh, he went to Punahou in intermediate. I could be getting this wrong. Then he went to Kahuku 9th grade. Then he went back to
So whatever team's better.
Yeah.
Talk about a bandwagon.
Yeah. But there's a lot of them that come from Kahuku and they would all like, shuttle together, carpool together.
Okay.
All the way to Punahou. So there's a lot of Kahuku ties.
Awesome. Okay. The rail, gas or pass?
I'd say pass. I think it's a waste of money. But it is fun to ride, I heard. Like, I never rode it, but from people who rode it, I think they just ride it for fun.
Oh, okay. Like the 20 people that have ridden.
Yeah, for real. Yeah. They just use it just to like go on a ride with the kids. Let's go ride the rail. Where are you guys going? No, we just for fun. Yeah.
Maybe I should do that one day. Okay, Tita Buns, gas or pass?
Oh, gas.
Gas, straight gas.
Yeah.
What about Tita Buns not on Tuesday?
Oh. Nah, sure wear them whenever you feel. Any day is fine.
Yeah. Tita Bun every day.
Every day.
808 all day.
The faster way you can put it up, the more gas.
The higher it comes, the thicker it is.
Because some girls can put it up so quick. Like, what you said?
If they can do that and take off the earrings in
same
2
time.
seconds.
As they come up, the earrings drop and then the hands go up.
That's impressive. Okay, Crocs, gas or pass?
I used to like Crocs, but I think now I would say pass.
Okay. I was never a fan of Crocs, and my girlfriend finally made me get a pair of Crocs.
You like it?
It's comfortable. I don't really wear it out
Sports mode or regular mode? You know what sports mode is?
I know sports mode. I'm injured, so I can't really do sports mode right now.
Are you really injured?
Yeah, I'm getting surgery in like a week or two.
What happened?
So I've torn labrum, torn rotator cuff. And then I also have this. So I'm getting shoulder surgery October, knee surgery in November.
From what? What happened?
This one is, I was born with it. It's something called bipartite patella, where my kneecap didn't fuse as a kid. So it's like in two pieces like this. So I've had it my whole life.
Yeah.
And it's usually not too bad. But over the year, I did marathon, F45, which is like HIIT workouts, and surfing, soccer, like all of it. So it got really bad. So there's like water building up, like
Cracks every time when you sit down.
Kind of.
Yeah.
I could probably like get that. It's my shoulder usually cracks when I.
How did you hurt your shoulder?
I separated it playing soccer and like.
Oh, so these are all old injuries.
Old injuries that I just never took care of, that I've been like just pushing through. Like I did the marathon like in December, and
you're in pain every day.
Yeah, like I can't run. Like by the start of this year, like it got so bad I just couldn't run. I couldn't jog, nothing. Anytime I like put pressure, like if I'm just doing this and putting pressure,
you feel it.
It's sore. Yeah.
So what do you do anything for like cardio or?
No, I just been getting fat this year. Yeah. You guys probably can't see it. I mean, maybe people can notice it on my face over the last, like, if somebody were to go back from like January to now, you could definitely see a change.
And the surgery's in 1 week?
Surgery on my shoulder, in like a week and a half. And then I'm going to space it out and then get the knee, and then hopefully next year I'll be all healthy. Yeah.
Yeah, get that healed up quick.
Yeah. Thank you.
Stem ice.
Yeah.
Afterwards.
Yeah. So this is like my last free week where I can like do stuff. So maybe I'll come check out your show Saturday.
Yeah. Come on.
Okay. Next one. Someone calling you uncle. Gas or pass?
Pass. I get it a lot.
You don't like that? I like that.
You like that?
I like that. I like being called uncle.
I think when I'm a little bit older.
Yeah.
I mean, I started getting it like a few years back, and it's like kids that are like maybe like 4 years younger than me. Oh, uncle, can you get a picture, uncle? Like, bro, you look older than me. What are you calling me that for?
I don't know. I feel like it's a sign of respect.
It is a sign of respect, but people do get offended.
Yeah, that's why I ask, because women get offended if you call them auntie.
At my shows, I call some girls.
Yeah.
Oh, how you doing, auntie? What? It's not auntie.
And then the auntie comes out.
Yeah, for real.
Okay, Waikiki, gas or pass?
Gas.
I
love Waikiki.
Mm-hmm.
It'll always be a tourist spot, which I feel like we need in Hawaii. We need to show off Hawaii, you know, and we need the money. I like the history of Waikiki too, of how it was like. I feel like that was like the best spot on the island in terms of like waves and land and everything, which is why they, you know, the white people bought the land that area and built everything on there. So Waikiki is like a very precious spot in the island.
I was just talking with somebody about we're all turned off by these tourist attractions as locals. But there's also so many cool things. Like even some of these museums. I hosted an event last night at the Capitol Modern.
I don't even know where that is.
Yeah, I've never been there before. But it's so cool. They had like these cool local art and whatever. And I just never go to it because I've never been to Bishop Museum or Iolani Palace.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, I'm from Big Island. So if I never came up for
I always
like
to go to Iolani Palace like every few years or so just to go back.
Yeah, see, I gotta do that. I can't
read all
the
history of Hawaii. Is pretty.
Yeah. So I got to do that. And it's like, you know, as locals, we kind of stay away from like the tourist stuff like Waikiki. But there's so many beautiful spots there. Even,
the beaches is nice.
And like, it's actually really cool. We're just turned off by it. So we should do more touristy things. We should enjoy what the tourists are enjoying.
Exactly. And not have to pay.
Yeah, and not have to pay. Yeah. I think Hanauma Bay has like a free kamaina thing, or I don't know.
Yeah, I never even been there before.
You never been to Hanauma?
Never,
yeah. I've been there a long time ago. It's nice. Okay, TikTok trends, gas or pass?
Gas.
Nice. Demure, gas or pass?
Gas.
Yes. Very mindful. It's very mindful answer. Aisle seat, gas or pass?
What was that?
Aisle seat.
ILC.
Aisle, like an aisle seat, like in the airplane.
Aisle seat. I'm like, okay, what does ILC stand for? Aisle seat.
Sorry, let me. Hawaiian first language, my bad.
So
aisle seat
on the airplane.
Yeah.
Gas. I always ask for aisle seat.
Oh, so you're an aisle guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like to use the bathroom a lot.
Oh, okay.
For some reason on airplanes, I pee so much.
It's the altitude.
I think it's the altitude.
Yeah.
Just drinking water and.
Yeah. So window seat, pass.
Pass.
Okay, I'm a window seat guy.
Oh, you are?
Because I gotta pee a lot. I just hold in my pee.
Oh,
I'm gonna have issues when I'm older. For sure.
And I always feel bad like asking, oh, I gotta use the bathroom and again
and you get nervous and like self-conscious.
Some people like the window seat because they say you have more power. Like people will stand up for you to move.
Oh, it's like
another way to look at it.
Ego thing.
Yeah, like
interesting.
But they like to put the head on the window.
That's why.
Yeah.
Okay, green bottles, gas or pass?
I'd say a gas, just because I feel like a lot of my fans drink green bottles.
Yeah. You don't want to lose any fans.
Bottles, green bottles is an iconic thing in Hawaii.
Green bottles for the
green bottles for life.
Yeah. Hawaiian bracelets, gas or pass?
Gas. The more the better.
Yeah, I remember the one you said when you in the main, like you don't gotta, or finding a Hawaiian girl, you don't gotta. You don't use eyes. You just listen.
Yeah, listen. You can hear them.
Yeah.
That's how I knew my mom was nearby. Like I knew the specific sound.
Yeah.
Because you would hear other bracelets.
They got the different octaves.
Yeah, for real. Like, my mom is coming right now.
Oh, no, that's Auntie right there. Oh,
yeah. But that's a new one. I don't know who that is. That must be someone else.
Okay. Shopping at Target with your girlfriend.
Gas. We go to Target a lot.
Okay.
I would say more than ever since I met Rachel. She loves Target.
Is that why you did the skit?
Yeah, exactly. That's why. Okay. And it's cool. I mean, I feel like it's because I like it better in Walmart. You know? I mean, it is like a higher end Walmart.
Different vibe,
yeah. And then there's Starbucks in there, you know, so I can go there while she's shopping.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. Sliding into DM / meeting on IG, gas or pass?
I say gas. I feel like that's
how it is these days.
That's how it is. Yeah. That's how I met Rachel too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's how you started talking.
Yeah,
it's a good
talking.
connector.
Yeah.
Basically, I tell people Instagram is just like dating apps.
It is.
The only difference between dating apps is if somebody's single or not. Well, supposedly.
And dating apps, I guess they're like making
more
step
curated.
Clear. Like, I'm here to date.
Exactly.
Instagram is just like, okay, like, why are you talking to me?
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly. I say shoot your shot on IG. Okay, Love is Blind, gas or pass?
Gas. Just because I really enjoyed making that skit that I made.
One of the greatest skits of all time, by the way, if I might add. I remember seeing that and I was cracking up.
Everyone kept saying, "Oh, where's part 2? Where's part 3?"
Yeah.
And then Rachel was like, "Okay, maybe you should stop doing these already because now you're like getting too comfortable."
You're wearing that dress a little too well.
You're not even filming. Why do you have it on right now?
At home he just walks around and
I'm method acting, baby. Method acting.
Exactly. You gotta get into character. Okay, Frenchies, gas or pass?
Oh, gas. I got 2 Frenchies. At first I didn't like them because they're expensive, you know, they're like $5,000 average, you know, but you fall in love with them more. They're very attitude-y, I guess. They have their own personality and they're not like a typical dog, because I grew up with dogs my whole life, and I would say they're not as obedient as regular dogs, but I feel like they're more like humans. Like, hard to explain.
I know what you mean. If you know dogs, you get it. Okay. All right. Got a couple more. Getting your last name tattooed on your body, gas or pass?
Oh, I'm gonna say pass. Because why are you getting your last name? Are you forgetting how it's spelled? You know. Okay. But I mean, there's a lot of people that have it, which is cool. But I wouldn't get my last name tattooed.
Yeah, that's funny. Okay, tribal tattoos.
Tribal tattoos, gas. I mean, I have a lot of them.
Yeah.
But you gotta be Polynesian, I feel like. Actually, no. I mean, I met a lot of people who's not Polynesian.
Oh, they have different type, because there's even a Filipino one.
There's a Filipino one.
Yeah. Cool.
And then there's guys that just get them because it looks cool.
Yeah. If you're getting it just to look cool, then maybe not. Yeah. If you're getting the Hawaiian Islands and you're not from Hawaii. Maybe pass.
Right.
Okay. Fantasy football, gas or pass?
Gas. I only did it like maybe 2 years.
Okay.
I didn't do it this year. But it is getting crazy. Like, that's all I hear about is fantasy football.
It's my life now. I had a mini depression episode yesterday because my fantasy team did bad. So
do you guys have a bet where like loser has to do something?
Like punishments? Yeah. I have a big league. I have like a $500 league that I do with my friends.
All from Hawaii?
All from Hawaii, yeah. And then you win a lot of money.
I didn't know you can do multiple leagues. There's some guys that do like...
I got 5.
Oh, you for real?
Yeah.
So you just check them all?
It's rough.
Yeah.
I plan my football season. I plan my life around football season.
Yeah.
And like my weeks, I plan like basically I have one less day of the week because I do everything before Sunday.
Yeah.
So Sunday I can just watch football all day.
Right.
It's bad.
And
somebody send help.
Were you guys going? Did you guys go like did you guys go crazy with the draft too?
Yeah, we got like the draft board and
You guys
everything.
had like a party?
Our first year we did it on a boat, like a yacht.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're getting creative now. Yeah, these guys.
Yeah. So I'm really into it. Okay, last one. All right, I saved this for last. Kalani the fly swata pahinui. Gas or pass?
That was Xavier's one. Yeah, yeah. Pass that guy.
Not gas or pass. Slap. Slap a pass.
Slap or fly.
Another funny one. I love when you guys do that. I love seeing the collaborations.
Yeah, we have another one planning to do.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
To me, it's like seeing like the Avengers. You know how everybody got their solo movies.
Yeah.
Every solo movie's great individually, but when you get the Avenger movies, you get Tumua and Zave at the same one. Oh, it's magic. Okay, well, that was all we have for Gas or Pass presented by Texaco in Hawaii. Mahalo to Texaco for helping us do what we do.
That's right.
Yeah, download the app, enter the giveaway, and all that good stuff. All right, we're coming to the end of the podcast. I would like to know, you're still pretty early in your career.
Yeah.
But you've done a lot of really amazing things, and then the trajectory of your career is just so good, and I'm so proud of you. I would like to know, what are you proud of?
I am proud of, I guess, starting a family. It's a small family right now, but it's growing. Always want to be a family man, and I feel like if you have a strong family, then anything you do in life, you'll be successful with, because they'll always support you and provide for you, and they'll give you motivation, and they'll give you like your why and why you're doing things. Like now I have a purpose to not just take care of myself, I got to take care of my family. And so I'm gonna work harder and using me to do that. But I'm very proud that I can say that I have like a family of my own.
Super cool. Yeah. And it's nice when you can provide for somebody.
Yeah.
It's a good feeling.
Yeah.
Okay. And what is one thing you wish people knew about you that they don't?
What thing I wish they would know about me? I guess it's not like I like a priority, but kind of like the skits. Who came first, the skits or the stand up? If we're talking about career wise, because people think that I did stand up later, but I actually did it in the beginning.
What do you think people misunderstand about you?
Misunderstand that, like I said it before too, like my shows is just crowd work.
There's more than crowd.
Yeah.
Check it out on September 27 and 28, and you'll find out.
Yeah.
It's not just crowd work.
Yeah. And I think they don't realize like what goes on in doing like a show, like the behind the scenes and all that, like all the preparation you got to do for like ticket sales, contracts, production notes, merchandise, like the business side of comedy. They think we just go on stage
and be funny.
Be funny.
Yeah.
There's way more stuff than that, and I feel like the business side of comedy is harder than just performing. Like when I first started, just performing all that, but now it's all like contracts and things you can't say, and
all stuff as a local boy you never really thought of. You just want to do what you're passionate about. That's why we hire other people to do that.
For real. And we still get guys coming up, oh, can you perform at my daughter's baby shower? Oh no, I cannot. Oh, come on, bro. I give you 2 plates, bro. You take home 2 plates.
Bro, fresh off the bro.
Yeah, for real. Yeah. Or my mom asking, oh, you gotta perform for so and so's uncle at a funeral. What? I told him you can do it. No. But yeah, it's more than just telling jokes. You know, it's like a lifestyle, and there's a lot of work that goes to it, which is you guys can use whatever you guys are passionate about. Obviously the higher levels you go, the harder it gets, but it makes you want to push more to be better.
Totally. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to make it to that Saturday show. I'm moving out in the next couple of days.
So are you moving to different?
I'm gonna come to town.
Where do you live now?
Yeah. I'm in like Kaimuki, Palolo area.
Okay. That is kind of like town.
Yeah.
So where are you moving now to? Like...
I'll tell you off the podcast.
Off the podcast. Yeah. What street?
1749.
1749.
Okay. All right, I would like to just have you leave some sort of advice for anybody that is coming up that wants to do what you're doing, whether that's comedy or like social media, becoming a social media personality. What is like the biggest advice you like to leave for somebody?
The biggest advice is just the life hack thing you want to tell me.
No, unless your life hack is part of it.
Yeah, it kind of goes hand in
Okay, yeah.
hand
What's your
a
life
little
hack?
bit. Yeah,
Perfect.
life hack and advice for like becoming a comedian or anything with entertainment. I would say that it's okay to be nervous. A lot of people always ask me, "Oh, do you still get nervous going on stage?" Because I think the number one fear is like they asked on some type of poll. Number one fear is public speaking, and so people always ask me, how do you get over that? Or even had some pastors come up to me and ask me, like any advice. So my advice would be, it's okay to be nervous. Don't try to feel like, oh, this is not meant for me. I'm too nervous. Being nervous makes you alert. It humbles you down, and I feel like it makes you perform better. I don't want to get to the point where I'm not nervous, and then it's like I'm cocky now. Like, oh yeah, I can do this. How much people? Yeah, I can make them laugh. That's when you lose it, and that's when you lose the drive. And whenever you're nervous, it's important to you. That's what your body's telling you. Like, oh yeah, like.
Or maybe you're just excited because
Excited.
it's the same response in your
but
body.
The nerves do get away, after I make that first joke or make people laugh. But that also ties into whatever you have your passion of, and you're nervous about it. Like, oh, for me, it was like going into comedy and ditching the stevedore job. I was very anxious and nervous. Like, am I making the right move doing this? Like. And they say like you gotta take that leap of faith, or you never know till you try it. I'm sure when you did this whole podcast thing, you're nervous about starting it.
And then didn't really want. It's funny. I didn't want to start the podcast. I was forced to do it.
You was forced to do it
by my other business partners. In Hawaiiverse, and then I ended up loving it. And now it's my career.
Exactly. Yeah. Same with me. So whatever you guys want to do in life, if you're questioning about it, or as like I'm saying now, that the theme is nervousness. If you're nervous about it, just do it. It's a good thing, and who knows? Maybe it could open up opportunities to another career you have, but you're never gonna know until you take that leap of faith and you try to commit. So
super cool.
Yeah, follow your dreams.
Totally. Yeah. This guy's living proof of that. Okay, these are my last fast fave 5 questions. They're just rapid fire answers. Okay. Favorite post performance snack?
Post performance snack. Depends where you're at. If it's end the time too. A lot of the shows end late, like around 11 p.m. midnight sometimes. Then the only thing open in that area is like In-N-Out.
Okay.
So In-N-Out burgers, I would say.
Nice. Yeah. Okay. Favorite guilty pleasure?
Favorite guilty pleasure. Yeah, just eating like plate lunches, I guess. Yeah.
The local boy.
Yeah, for real. I like chicken katsu and like garlic chicken, stuff like that. Even though it's bad for me, but
I can never do it. I can't never stop. Yeah. Garlic chicken, Korean chicken.
Yeah, Korean chicken. Yeah,
shoyu chicken, all the chickens.
Yeah, for real.
Chicken katsu.
Yeah, like if it's there, I'll be like, oh, I gotta try it.
Yeah.
Or if I'm traveling and they have a garlic chicken,
gotta
try them. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Favorite TV show or movie?
Favorite TV show all time would be Breaking Bad.
Oh, nice.
I watched it like 2 or 3 times already.
Did you watch the Better Call Saul?
Yeah.
Spin-off? Nice.
Yeah. And even the what is the one, El Camino?
Oh yeah, the movie.
Yeah. I mean, nothing can beat Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Just the way they plotted it, and like the writing, and then you can watch like videos about like subliminal messages and Easter eggs.
Yeah.
It's just like a whole like a masterpiece,
Cool.
And I've been trying to get Rachel to watch it, but she's like, I tried. I don't like this.
Can't get into it, yeah.
It's not meant for you.
Too bad.
Too bad. It's okay.
Her loss.
Yeah. Favorite movie would be Godfather.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I like those like mafia.
I gotta rewatch those.
Watch the first Godfather Part 1. Part 1 and Part 2 is good.
Okay.
But yeah, it's like 3 hours, but
okay.
It's good.
Okay. Favorite travel destination?
Favorite travel destination? I love Vegas.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, Las Vegas. Even though I don't drink,
Yeah,
but I like
yeah.
to gamble too.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I
That's
gamble.
we always have our vice. Same with me. Yeah.
Yeah,
What is your game?
I like to play slot machines
Okay.
or blackjack.
Okay.
I never really
blackjack.
win big. I mean, a couple grand here
Yeah,
and
yeah,
there,
yeah.
but nothing
Just
huge.
for fun, yeah.
But I've been looking up like some strategies, and I
Nice.
feel like the best way to win is slot machines.
Okay.
Yeah, high
Cool.
lit.
You just gotta have a lot of patience. So yeah, you just
A
gotta
lot of
do it
patience,
for
a lot of
yeah.
money.
Yeah. A lot of money.
The more
to
you try,
Hey,
the more you
scared money don't make money.
Yeah,
That's what I heard.
For real.
Okay, and last one, favorite person you'd love to work with.
Favorite person I love to work with. I'm a big fan of The Rock. I've never met The Rock before. He did comment on a few of my videos.
That's cool.
That's the closest I came to. But I feel like eventually our paths will cross.
I believe so.
A lot of guys don't like him too, which I don't know why. I mean, he represents Polynesia.
People hate on success, and
Yeah.
I think the fact that he's like not really from here, but still like claims here. But
Yeah,
we love him. Any publicity we can get for Hawaii, I love.
for real.
Yeah.
But he is like, in terms of like, I guess my category, Polynesia, he is at the top right there. So
Totally.
we'll be cool to work with him one day.
Yeah. Cool. I think like how I see like the big three, like Bruno Mars, The Rock, Nicole
Bruno Mars.
Scherzinger. I see them; those are like the top people.
Yeah.
And then like here, I see like the big three is like you, Xavier, and Passion, as in like that like category over here.
Yeah.
And then so eventually, you guys will rise.
Yeah. Hopefully, we'll see.
All right. Well, that's all we have for you today. Mahalo for taking the time out of your day, coming over here, fighting through the traffic to get over here.
Oh, thank you.
And
Thanks
then
for having me.
sharing your story. Is there anything you want to share before we wrap up? If not, tell us where we can find you.
No, that's it. You guys can find me on Instagram, Tumua _ TUMUA _ and I chose the underscore because someone took Tumua.
Oh, okay. So he has a good reason.
I have a good reason.
You don't need 3 underscores, a dash, a
colon,
a period.
period,
Underscore is enough.
T _ U T _ dot period. Tumua _ long underscore. Yeah. But yeah, you can find me on there. All my new comedy tour dates and tickets, you can go to tumuacomedy.com. I also sell my merch on there as well. But yeah, I have my biggest show coming up is Blaisdell Arena. Favorite venue, September 27th, 28th, Friday and Saturday. So if you're watching this on Thursday, it just came out tomorrow and Saturday.
Nice.
Get your tickets.
Yeah, and he has a good vlog on YouTube too.
YouTube too. You can find all my videos on there.
Okay, right on. Well, mahalo Tumua for joining us on the Keep It Low podcast. Spread love, be kind to one another, and mahalo for listening to us today. We have new episodes every Thursday, so make sure you follow us and leave a review. I'm your host, Kamaka. Remember to always keep it aloha.